scoreless, 9-2 the shots in favor of Flin Flon. I'll tell you what, that to me is concerning with that goalie being told at the other end of the ice. He's not played a lot of games lately.
Yeah, I agree with you, but that's the way of the Bombers. That's, Mike Reagan doesn't like the high sticking call. I think he's calling for an embellishment. I saw it was a high stick. There's no question about it.
Yeah, high sticks don't lie. It's either a high stick or it isn't. Buca will get the puck across the line. Back to blue line, it goes to Bruce. On the board for Buca. Quick jab, oh! I think Howard got a piece of that one, but a nice low shot that time by Buca. Big goal for him last night. Bombers dump it in. O'Halloran out of his own net. Left it there for Loney. He gets rid of it quickly, and the Clippers Wheeler will get the puck to center. That one knocked down at center. Wheeler will get it back. He'll flip it back inside the Clippers zone where it's picked up here by the D-man Dennis. And he makes way here to Ridgway. Here comes Ridgway. Nice rush. Gives it back to Johnson. He gets a good chance and a good right pad save that time for Peck. His toughest save of the game and a good one. Here's Bruce. Bounce pass to center. Dennis reads it all the way. He'll intercept it. Back across the Bomber line. 4-on-4 for another 48 seconds. Kindersley starting to get their feet going a little bit. They'll tap that towards the front of the net. Peck will spot it away. Bruce having trouble finding it. Throws it back in the goal. Good job by Pashon to track it down. Nice pass to center ice. Here comes Alexander. Across the line. He'll hang on a shot. Blockered away by O'Halloran. Back out front to Pashon. John will hang on along the left wall. Pinned up that time by Evan. Back of the goal to Herchuk. Herchuk takes a look. Trying to swing that one for Christian. Just missed him. Puck will go to the side of the Bomber. That puck's got to grab it. Christian there. And 10:29 to go in the period. And 4-on-4 for another 16 seconds before a brief 13-second power play for Kindersley coming up. And we'll get a face-off back inside the Flin Flon zone. They're right at Devin Peck. 4 shots now for the Clippers, 11-4. In Flin Flon's favor. Evans will take the face-off against Arbery. Deep in Flin Flon territory. Clippers win the draw, but they can't jump on the puck. Now they have it. That's Christian at the blue line. Forced out, though. He goes back to his side of center. He'll drop that one back here. That's picked up by Lafleur. Lafleur tapped that one back to Herchuk. He got tied up. The puck will roll back to the Bomber net. Lafleur will get it back. Leaves it there for Herchuk. Herchuk's got it. Up the middle. What a pass that is. Oh, Perlinger. Off the tip of his stick. He was wide open. What a great read. Flin Flon clears it back to center. We're back to 5 aside. Here Lee's on the ice. The both teams 0 for 1 on the power play early, but again, there's
penalty. Charging.
Yeah, charging penalty coming up. I believe it's going to Kindersley, is it not?
No, it's going to the Bombers, I believe.
Well, they're booing it, so I think you're right. Yeah, penalty being handed out to Martin for the second power play of the night for Kindersley. Number 1 ranked power play in the league, 26.1%. And the Bombers ranked number 9 on the penalty kill will be tested here early at 80.4%. So immediate timeout. We'll take a break. Come back with a Clipper power play. Still scoreless here in the opening period on 102.9 CFAR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
Hud Bay is proud to be a sponsor of this Bomber broadcast. From donations for bursaries, hockey schools, clubs, community events, charities, and so much more, Hud Bay has supported our community with dedication and generosity, contributing to events and organizations. Hud Bay thanks the people of Flin Flon for their continued support.
Do you mean business when it comes to your education? We've got you covered at University College of the North. Whether you're just starting out or looking for a promotion, UCN offers a 1-year basic business principal certificate, a 2-year business administration diploma, and a 4-year Bachelor of Business Administration degree. Every path opens doors to more opportunities. Find out what works for you with UCN and apply now. UCN. Here you can.
10 seconds. University College North sa kinutigis kinomagay nao ay kanto pa din nao ucn.ca UCN taga-Espanyol.
You're on. Great chance for Herchuk during the break there. He gets a chance. The Clippers with the power play. Here comes Evans busting down the ice. Throws it back to the blue line. Herchuk had that chance moments ago. Gets rid of it to Johnson, who leads the Clippers with power play goals with 5. Nice pass out front. They don't shoot it back to Johnson, top of the circle. Here's an opportunity for Wheeler. Off the shoulder that time. A Peck. Bombers will get the puck. It's a chance for a 2-on-1. Alexander and Stitton. Alexander down the line. Scores! Short-headed goal! Lincoln Alexander. And the Bombers will take a He gets that puck and he blasts away. He's gone, and nobody's catching him.
We talk about Brandon's physical play all the time. I agree with you, Rob, and I was thinking exactly the same thing. He's not only a physical player, he's a good hockey player, fast, and what a great shot. Caught that bottom corner to beat O'Halloran. That was a great shot. Used, I think it was Wyatt Stitton as a decoy, and was able to put it away.
His first shorthanded goal of the year, his sixth of the year, and that's just a beautiful goal. Like I said, the guy can really fly. Clippers come back. Here's a chance. Now fired on target that time by Sotner, and the save is made by Beck. Great opportunity there. Sorry, that's Bryson Aikens, a former Melfort Mustang, with a chance there. My apologies.
Devin Peck has had to make a couple of saves here in the last little bit.
A goal by Landon Alexander. Short-handed marker, Flin Flon on the board, and boy, like I said, he can really fly. Clippers get the face-off in the Flin Flon zone. That's Ridgway. That one knocked down by Yakimchuk. It comes off the boards. Ridgway will fold it in again. Finally, it comes out. Christian grabs it, the Clippers side of center. 47 seconds remaining in their power play. 8.5 the period. The Flin Flon's got the first goal. A short-handed marker here tonight by Landon Alexander. Bombers step it in. O'Halloran stopped it. Ridgway will grab it back of the goal, and he'll take off. 30 seconds to go at the power play. Ridgway to center. Dropped it back. Here comes Christian. Oh, look out. Poked away again by Mounier. He's got a break. Mounier down the wing. Mounier walking in. Shoots it. Saved. Rebounds loose in front. Mounier gets it again. And he ripped it wide. Boy, he's come close a few times to getting that first goal of the year. Hit the goalpost earlier. Gets two great chances here on the penalty.
There's a lot of players on the ice.
Too many men on the ice and hit somebody. Normally when the fans get agitated, come out the referee, I don't agree, but they've got a case here. That should have been a penalty. They must have had, what, 3 extra guys out there?
Yeah, there was quite a few.
Anyway, Martin out there. The penalty is over. Kindersley 0 for 2. Unfortunately, they didn't get a too many men on the ice penalty there. Loney will grab it in his own zone. Stitton on top of him. Gets rid of it quickly. Here's Herchuk. He'll feed Evans. Left side pass. Picked up here by Johnson. He'll drop it back to Wheeler. He got bumped off the play. Puck comes to blue line. Back down by Dennis. His shot. That got blocked as well. Goes back to the goal. Wheeler on top of it. Intercepted here by Ward. Flin Flon will get the pass to Lesperance. Right side. He's looking for Arbery. Good body check that time by Dennis. When the physical play starting to pick up now, Lesperance throws a good body check as well. Puck will come back to center ice. Grabbed here by the Clippers. That's Lowe bringing the puck in. He tried to grab it back of the net. Puck is laying there. Flin Flon gets it to squirt free. Here's Lees. Leaves it for Lesperance. Oh, outside the zone, just over top of the stick that time of Arbery. Ridgway feeds it back to Egan. We're down to 6:48 to go in the period. Here's Egan. Lesperance on top of him. Forced him to reroute. He'll go back to his own net. Sends a pass to Ridgway. Ridgway back to center ice to Perlinger, who flipped it back to the Flin Flon zone. Grabbed here by Miskew. Up the boards. Martin can't get it. Miskew will pick it up again back to his own net. Had Perlinger on top of him, and they're tough forecheckers. Puck will go back to the Bomber net. Bouchon loses his footing, gets back up. Martin will double it back down ahead to Briho at center. Here's the pass to a streaking Miskew. Across the line, steps up front. Redirected that time by Briho, and I believe O'Halloran got a piece of it. There's Perlinger. Can't clear it out. Bouchon holds the line. Good move along the board. Back up front. Nice pass to Lyle. No save. Rebound. Martin fired it wide. Flin Flon on it again. Back of the net. They try to get it back out front. Lyle knocked to the ice. Briho in there as well. LaFleur's got him tied up. Puck will go back of the Kindersley net. Perlinger there. Big body check as he knocks Martin to the ice, and that'll get a ovation from the Clipper bench. Puck squirts free. Ridgway has it. And they'll clear the puck back to center. Flipped ahead for Perlinger. Perlinger across the line. Puck is laying inside the Flin Flon zone, down to 5.5 to go. And I think since the goal, the pace has really picked up.
Pace and physicality.
Miskew back in the net, 5:28 to go. Flin Flon in front, 1-0. A shorthanded goal here by Landon Alexander. The difference right now. Shot 17-7, Flin Flon. Miskew to center. Sends it in. Easy save O'Halloran. They'll kick that over the glass and out of play. And boy, the Bombers a number of great opportunities here in the opening period tonight.
Yeah.
Mounier in particular.
That was a great play. I thought he was going to draw a penalty, but he didn't go down. Stayed on his feet, still trying to score that goal, which was great. He could have easily fallen and got a tripping penalty, I think.
Just as I suspected, Alexander's goal is unassisted as he intercepted that puck and went in alone to Brito Halloran along the post, low glove side. Nice shot. Saints will take the face off here deep in the Clippers zone as he lines up here against Dostal, who takes a lot of the big face-offs. And he wins another one. Good job by Dostal. There's Herchuk off the glass. They'll get the puck out. This will chase Mounier back in his own zone. Puck came to center. Dostal got it back. He'll rip it in. Peck tried to get a piece of it back, and then it goes back to Ward. Ward has got it. He'll hang on. There's a pass to center. Duca will chip it in deep. Here comes O'Halloran out of the net. Duca in the corner. Found on. Got it back. Now he's trying to pin it up there. It's picked up here by Dostal. And they'll flip that off the glass back down inside the Flin Flon zone. Peck's going to come out this time. He'll throw it to the corner. Bowman tried to get there, but knocked away. That time, look out. Flap takes down Mounier back of the Bomber net. Clippers on top of it. Dostal back out front. Puck will roll the blue line. Here's Egan's shot. He rips that one wide glove side. Duca flipped it back to the far corner. Bowman trying to chip it ahead. Good work by the Clippers along the boards. Egan at the blue line will keep that puck in. Flin Flon's had a lot of guys out there for a long time. Might be getting a little bit tired. They need to get the puck out or get a stoppage of play. Puck will squirt free. Leo Sight there. Duca will grab it. He should be able to get the puck out. He does. He skates with the center. Band on it. Black took it from him, and he'll flip it back in.
Bombers look like they may have had too many there.
Peck will make the save. Ward gets rid of it. 3:52 to go in the period. Here's a nice pass to Arbery at center. Across the Clipper line. Back to Lees. He'll jump in there and grab it. Lees throws it around the boards. Jakubchuk tried to pinch in. Loney tapped it from him, but didn't get enough of it to get it out. Loney will get a second chance. That one does come out. Here's Bruce at center for Flin Flon. He gets a hold of it on target. Again, O'Halloran the easy save. Loney. He'll chip the puck back to center ice. Grabbed here by Sotner. He's got a break. Sotner across the Bomber line. Hangs on, looking for some assistance. Back out front. And that goes through the legs that time of Johnson. Flin Flon back in business the other way. They throw it in front of the net to Arbery. He gets it out front to Ulmer, but he couldn't shoot it. Johnson gets at the blue line off the stick that time of Bruce. Flin Flon will try to flip it back in. Jakubchuk after it. Hammers it in. Egan is there to get it. 18 shots now for Flin Flon. They intercept the puck in the Clippers zone again. Here comes Lesperon. Back to the net. Wheeling away from traffic. Blue line for Bruce. Long shot. Stick save made. Rebound. Lesperon trying to jump on that. Looked like it's going to come right back out front of him, and then it kind of died. Hagen will pick it up. Off the glass. Can't get the puck out. Picked up here by Akins, and he takes a good body check that time. Guess who? Courtesy of Alexander, the goal scorer. But funnels up it back in. Hagen is after it. Johnson will pick it up along the board. Played it ahead. Puck came back to center. Mounier poked it back to Alexander. Mounier, not sure where it was. It was at his skates, down to 2:20 remaining. Westbrook the body check as he comes over and hits Johnson in front of the Clipper bench. Meanwhile, Mounier takes off, and the puck gets a shot on net. Another save made here by the Clipper netminder O'Halloran. 2:11 to go, opening period. 20-7 the shots in favor of Flin Flon. And a shorthanded goal by Landon Alexander is the big goal so far.
Yeah, Mike Reagan wanting to talk to the referee. Couple of players having some conversation between the two benches, which always happens.
Probably about that big hit that was just thrown right in front of the bench.
Yeah, I would think that. Mike Reagan not happy.
Any idea what the issue is?
No, I don't. Chris Portis not happy.
Something happened at the benches here. Mike kind of went over there. Anyway, 2:11 to go in the period. Heating up here in the second. You see that a lot in these back-to-back games. Things heat up here in the second game.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's.
And you commented with how physical it was last night, right?
And it's getting physical again here tonight.
Duca gets waved out of the face-off circle, so Seitz is going to go out and take the draw here against Sotner. Perlinger gets knocked down, and the puck is sent down the ice. Perlinger in behind the D. Remember, there's two of them to get a good shot on net here. I think he caught a fool peg there.
The net is off the mooring.
Yeah, now Peck will shove it here because it did come off. And it took him a long time to blow it down. I'm wondering if it took the peg off there, too, the way that net went, like the way it slid like that.
They're getting mad at Peck for moving it.
Well, that almost could be a delay of game penalty,
But the net, I know, the net was off the moorings, and Peck just He was trying to get the referee's attention, couldn't do it, so he pushed it off even more.
And I think I thought maybe that.
I think you're right, Rob.
I think there's an issue with that peg. I don't see it there. So we might get a bit of a delay here.
There is no peg.
I don't see it there anywhere. No,
there he is.
He got it out of the bottom of the net. Sometimes it freezes in there and you can't get it out. But we saw that last game.
At the beginning of the game during warm-up.
1:55 to go. Boy, it's getting interesting here in the latter stages of this opening period. Football on the 1-0 lead, like we mentioned. Landed Alexander, a beautiful goal, a shorthanded breakaway, his 6th of the year. First shorthanded goal for him, and they're still doing some work on that net down. And the Bombers end of the ice, shot for 20-8. Both goalies have been good. Obviously, O'Halloran a lot busier.
Back in your and my day, Rob, those pigs did not move.
No, they were steel. It was really hard to move. And that's why
very dangerous.
You went into the net. It was. I saw a lot of guys go flying in the nets that got injured.
Yeah.
So the net didn't give an inch then.
I think it was Mark Howe who was injured badly.
Off the face-off, Flin Flon will start back to center. Here's Herchuk. He'll dump it in. Beck will stop it back of his own net. Wasn't sure what he was going to do. Flipped to the corner. Martin will chip it ahead. Nice play. Here comes DeLisle. The Bombers get 3 on it to center. Led by Briho. Briho takes the pass. Trying to come back out front. Yakimchuk gets it eventually. Anyway, get that foot open. That great thing. They're poking it away. But O'Halloran stands his ground. Briho paying the price for getting out front that time. But 2 gigantic saves again by O'Halloran. Boy, he's been good again early, has he not?
He certainly has. He just stands in there, and that's the Bombers did the right thing. They crashed that net. Of course, the Kindersley Klippers not happy about it, and I don't blame them. But I think Briho might have. Yeah, he took a shot to the lip, I think, from somebody, but no call.
Well, you're going to dig away the puck in front of that.
Yep.
You're going to get hit.
You're going to get in. It's going to be physical.
DeLisle will take the face-off here against Evans. Face-off once again deep in Clipper territory to the left of the netminder O'Halloran, who's been the story again here tonight. The shots are 21-8 Flin Flon. And the Bombers really probably could be up 4 or 5-0 again. Here's Martin. Hits it back in deep for Briho, who continues to play hard every single shift. Flin Flon will keep it in. Martin will tap that over the right side boards. It's picked up here by DeLisle. Back out front, redirected by Martin. Just wide. Sean along the boards. Puck grab free by Evans. Gets it back to center. Here's Wheeler. And he's looking for Johnson, but pass out of his reach. Ridgway will get it to center. He'll flip it in with less than a minute remaining here in the period. Bashan back of his net. Bashan's got it. Forced back there by Wheeler. Bashan will come back up the middle. Grab by DeLisle. Gets it back to Briho. Briho will flip this one back inside Clipper territory. There's Herchuk around the boards. Yakimchuk caught off with it. Sends it in. O'Halloran out of his own net. Back to that. Got caught there, but he got rid of it just in time. Wheeler along the boards. Yakimchuk tied up. Here's the steal by Arbery. Arbery gets the chance. That got blocked. Puck picked up by Lees, and he'll fire that towards the front of the net. O'Halloran's got that. More pushing and shoving between Lees and Evans.
Well, Reed Arbery got into a heck of a scrap last night. I can't remember who it was against, but Flat. Those 2 boys were throwing haymakers, and
yeah, that's one of the best toe-to-toe fights I've seen in this league in a long time.
Yeah, and it lasted a long time. I bet you they were very tired afterwards. I think both of the fellas might have gotten cut a bit, but just stood up to each other and went at it.
21.5 seconds to go. A big face-off in the Clipper zone as Lees gets ready to take the draw here against Dostal. Lees, Arbery, and Ulmer is the forward group. Yakimchuk and Bruce to the back end. Puck is flipped to center ice. Nice job by Bruce to get it ahead. Dostal can't get a stick on it. Puck flipped ahead, and 10 seconds to go. Ulmer's got it. Across the line, back up front to Arbery. He had a chance, but he couldn't get the shot away. Good job by Dennis, the D-man, to come over and tie him up. Puck back to the Clipper net. They're trying to freeze it up here, and they're going to run out of time for the opening period. But boy, for Flin Flon, excellent opening frame. And full marks for the 1-0 lead after 1 period of play. We'll take a break. A lot coming up in the opening intermission tonight. And we'll come back to the first period scoring summary and a whole bunch more for the Whitney Forum on 102.9 CFAR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
It's easy to take a garage door for granted. It goes up
7.
and it goes down. Well, not exactly. Installing a new overhead not only increases your home's look, but its protection as well. And at Jim's Custom Doors and Windows, they let you take control at every step of the process. From window style to color and even the hinges, you can create the look that you want. And built to last with extreme weather protection, you can keep your home safe. Get your new overhead door at Jim's Custom Doors and Windows today.
The Grinch is back for a limited time at your local McDonald's in Flin Flon at the Walmart location. And this time, it's the Grinchiest meal. The Grinchiest meal includes a choice of Big Mac, 10-piece McNuggets, McVeggie, Spicy McVeggie, McChicken, or the Habanero Chicken, along with 2 hash-spiced potato bites, a medium fountain drink, and a pair of mismatched Grinch socks, all packaged in a bundle box design that looks rewrapped and taped together in true Grinch fashion. And if that wasn't enough, the Grinch also brings a new McNuggets dip cup. It's the sour cream and onion flavored sauce and the salted caramel McFlurry. Once again at your local McDonald's till the end of December, the Walmart location in Flin Flon.
You can smile by saying cheese when you visit the North of 53 Co-op. Black Diamond cheese strings are perfect for a student lunch, or their combo snacks with dried fruits and nuts makes for the perfect grown-up hunger buster. And you'll be impressed with the holiday offerings on hand. So let yourself wander to the cheese display at the deli. It's where cheese lovers rejoice. You'll melt when you see the goodness at the North of 53 Co-op. You're at home there.
You're on. And welcome back to Whitney Forum, the opening intermission here tonight, courtesy of the North of 53 Consumers Co-op. And wow, what a great opening period for Flin Flon. Total opposite of what we saw last night. But boy, the Bombers firing on all cylinders there, Mike. They came out. Numerous opportunities. Do get rewarded with the only goal. Landon Alexander, we talked about him just coming on the pregame show tonight. You know, obviously known for the big hits, I get that. But I think a really, really good skater. And like I said, he knocked that puck down. It must have been just outside his own blue line, and he was gone.
Yeah.
Nobody was catching him.
No, it's funny you said it, Rob, but I was thinking exactly the same thing, that he just doesn't get enough credit for being just a plain good hockey player, fast, and we know his physicality, but and what a great shot that was that he put in.
Yeah, picture perfect, wasn't it?
Yeah, it sure was. We're seeing some hockey out there now. The little Timbits are up there, and it's fun to watch these little people play.
Well, it's a big weekend for Flin Flon minor hockey. Like we mentioned, the 25th edition of the Mel Pearson tournament is happening. And we'll have hopefully some updates later tonight to kind of fill you in on who's playing when tomorrow with all the playoff games. But again, just the one goal. Landon Alexander, 6th unassisted, a shorthand marker at the 10:50 mark. Shot 22-8 in favor of Flin Flon. Bombers 0 for 1 in the power play, but again, only 13 seconds. Kindersley 0 for 2, and that second opportunity was where they created their best chances of the period. 5-on-5, didn't get a lot of quality chances in the opening frame.
No, Devin Peck, I think maybe had 2 pretty good saves. The rest were pretty mundane, but O'Halloran, again, standing tall,
He's held them in the game.
Yeah, the Bombers going at the net hard, too. They're making it tough on them like we say they should, and it got physical halfway through that period. It wasn't as physical at the first half, but it got pretty physical. Nothing dirty, but good, solid prairie hockey.
Well, in the second period will tell a lot, right? I mean, Flin Flon, a good opening period, but the second period has been their best period of the season.
Yeah,
we saw that last night.
I had a number of people telling me today how they always seem to get off to poor starts and then come around in the second. And I couldn't argue with them, but tonight a little different. They had a great first.
We'll see. We'll see what adjustments Kindersley makes.
Yeah, and you know they will.
The big thing for them is try not to play so much on their own end.
Yeah, and it's it's only a one-goal game, so.
And with the way that their goalie's playing.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm sure they'll come out a lot harder this period.
And like you mentioned, Devin Peck got some good saves when he needed to be, but by far the less busy of the two. Again, the shots 22-8 in Flin Flon's favor. Landon Alexander, the only goal so far. When Flin Flon leads after one period of play this year, a very good record. Well, a perfect 12-0. When Kindersley trails after one period of play this year, 1-3-1-2. But like Mike Slip just commented, obviously one goal, not a big factor, and they do have a lot of good offensive players that can score. They actually, heading into last night's game, Kindersley had scored the most goals out of anybody in the entire league, so they got guys capable of putting the puck in the net.
Sure do.
It'll be an interesting second period, an interesting opening intermission for the Co-op. We're going to be joined by a couple of different guests here tonight. Russ Demo, the wonderful defenseman for the Kindersley Klippers, close to coming back. He's agreed to come up and chat with us. But, of course, we'll take a break, come back with our great pizza player profile. One of the new additions to Flin Flon Bombers, a nice young man by the name of Jared Nisk is going to join us next. Lots of great stuff from the forum. You don't want to go anywhere. Nisk and the great pizza player profile next here on 102.9 CFAR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
Clear.
Gatorade's unflavored water is your new go-to for all-day hydration.
Okay.
Infused with electrolytes for great taste. When you pick this up, all you have to do is flip the sports cap and drink the clear, refreshing water with no sweet taste. It's formulated for all active people to hydrate throughout their entire day. Arctic beverages in Gatorade. Ideal for all-day hydration for all active people. Your lifestyle may change each day, but what you have inside you doesn't. With Gatorade water.
She looked at me.
Your hair's growing too loud. Stop it.
Everybody be nice or we're not getting Creighton's Pizza.
Yeah, shut your traps. There are no pizza, lasagna, hamburgers, appetizers, or ethnic favorites from Greek to Chinese.
Oh, Mother, that would be ever so disappointing. Alas, our behavior will improve.
Let us not bicker, and in the spirit of the holiday season, enjoy the greatest gift of all, Creighton's Pizza.
Hey,
Clear.
nice.
It's a Christmas miracle. Time to call Creighton's Pizza, 688-2080. Fight for the last slice.
You're on.
Good evening. Welcome to our first revision, our Creighton Pizza Player Profile. One of the new additions to Flin Flon Bombers this year is going to be joining us, Jared Nisk. Jared, of course, out of Surrey, BC. Jared, I guess first and foremost, how have you enjoyed your time so far as the Bomber?
Oh, it's been awesome so far. Great coaching staff, great group of guys here. It's a great community as well. Great barn to play in. It's awesome.
How did you wind up in Flin Flon?
Well, I was recruited last December from my last year's team by John in a tournament in Abbotsford. So he talked to me after the game and reached out or whatever, and then I came up last for playoffs, and it was a blast. I mean, pretty cool playing here, so yeah.
So prior to John talking to you, had you ever heard of Flin Flon? Do you know anything about Flin Flon, the Bombers at all?
No, I hadn't actually, so it was kind of new to me. I knew, obviously, the league and stuff, but I didn't know about the team. But coming here and seeing what it was about was awesome. They did a great job exposing it to me, so yeah, it was great.
First time you walk in the Whitney Forum, you just kind of get a sense of what type of building this is?
Yeah, it's very historic, obviously. You walk into the main doors, and there's a lot of artifacts and all the pictures from all the teams and stuff. It's a different barn, but it's awesome. It's probably one of the best ones in that shit.
And let's face it, it's always a lot more fun when you're winning. The team's done that. I think points now in 11 of the last 12 hockey games, and a very convincing win last night. I mean, earlier in the year, this team had got down a couple of goals, weren't able really to fight back, but boy, doesn't seem to be a problem now. 2-0. You're down 2-0 against a very good Kindersley team last night. Boy, the floodgates opened up, and this team just kept coming and coming and coming en route to the 6-2 victory.
Yeah, the same thing kind of happened last week against Humboldt, a couple of weeks ago against Humboldt. We're down here. I mean, obviously we got to have a better start. We can't always just be coming back from games, but it happens and works for us. But obviously, want to come out hot here and just keep this thing rolling.
What's the difference now compared to the beginning of the year when you guys were struggling?
I think we've just bonded a lot more as a team. We're a lot closer in the room now. A lot of the guys are well comfortable with each other, and just on the ice, the connections and knowing where guys are, it's a lot easier to make plays and help each other out. And we're also supportive of each other on the ice. So, yeah.
And I'm assuming confidence, right? I mean, when things aren't going well, it seems like nothing you can do is right. And then when you're on a roll, it seems like you said anytime you need a break, you get one. So confidence has got to be an issue too, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean, when it's 6 straight and then at the beginning of the year and then going on a 6-game slump when we're on the road, it shook us up a little bit, but we were able to stay composed and fight back from that and got this thing back on the tracks. And, yeah, we're going full steam ahead right now.
The message I've been kind of getting from the coaching staff and the rest of the players that I've talked to, that big 11-0 win in York can kind of turn the season around.
Yeah, that was huge. I mean, I was in that game, and just the energy on the bench, in the rooms, everything before the game, we knew we needed to get something going, and the boys sure got it done. So it was an awesome game, and that's big motivation right now.
Do you remember going into that? I mean, I think if the team had lost, 6 in a row going into that game. Do you remember what the mindset was? Was it any different than any of the other games previous?
Just one shift at a time, one goal at a time, get the first one, get the second one, and then just keep going. Not give them any time to breathe or anything like that. Just give it to them right off the get-go.
That's the one thing that this team does very well, and we saw it again last night. You had that span of over 3 minutes in the second period where you scored the 3 goals. You came out the third, you got the 4th goal, and you just kept coming. this team is not, knock on wood, is not taking their foot off the gas pedal.
No, and I mean, all the support from the fans here last night, it was super loud. The boys fed off the energy from that, and big hits, couple big hits. The fight from Reed there got the guys going. Obviously, it was the end of the game, but the energy that came from that and all the support from all the fans is awesome. All the loud cheering, it's great. It's going.
You come from BC. You've obviously played hockey in a lot of different buildings throughout your career. Whitney Forum, it's different than everywhere else, is it not?
Oh, yeah, it's completely different, but, I mean, the atmosphere is unreal. It's unlike any I've ever played in. I mean, kind of, you walk in here and it looks a little bit different and stuff, but you get to the game time and it's like, wow, this is a historic bar, and so, yeah, it's pretty cool.
I don't know if you could find better atmosphere anywhere, and I'm talking NHL rinks, I'm talking the American Hockey League, Keystone League, Russia, wherever. I mean, it's tough to beat this.
Oh, yeah. When you're on the ice, you try not to think about a lot of things, and you try to, like, keep to yourself and stuff. But my first game here, I just remember going out there and how loud it was, and I was, like, trying to block it out, but you just can't. It's just so cool. But it's also part of it. You want to feed off of it, so it's great, yeah.
Listen, I always ask every guy this, biggest moment for you in your hockey career could be any level, any league you played in.
Oh, wow. Biggest moment, probably last year we were at the Circle K Classic in Calgary. We had a great team going. And
what team was that?
With Valley West Giants U18, AAA from back home. So, yeah, we were lucky enough to get invited to that tournament. We did pretty well, and I did well for myself. I made the second team All-Star, which felt pretty good for me. So, yeah, it was great.
That's a good moment. Your best moment as a Bomber so far?
My best moment as a Bomber. Probably that 11-0 win was pretty fun game, and just or the series against Humboldt, that was pretty fun to be a part of. A lot of action, crowd was unreal, parents weekend too, so got to see my family, which was nice, but it was awesome, yeah.
Hockey second and on. Quickly before we let you go, favorite team, favorite player growing up?
My favorite team is the Toronto Maple Leafs. I went to Toronto when I was a kid, and I just loved it ever since. Went to the Hockey Hall of Fame there, and loved the city and everything like that. Saw a lot of Toronto stuff, so that was pretty cool. My favorite player right now would probably be Cale Makar. I tried to adjust my game around his. I watch a lot of his playmaking, and all that kind of skills and his abilities and stuff are next to none. So I try to model my game after him.
Best defenseman in hockey, bar none. He's having a tremendous year. That's a great pick. Listen, Jared, thanks for this. I appreciate it. Good luck against the Klippers here in the rematch tonight, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Jared Minsky, our great Beat the Player profile here on 102.9 CFAR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
Clear. Northland Ford proudly supports the Flin Flon Bombers throughout the SJHL season. We know that the Bombers will play tough like the Ford F-150, the toughest truck on the market for over 40 years. Northland Ford helping the community cheer on the Bombers as they work to bring a championship to the best fans in the league, and they provide you with the best selection on their lot. In the North, for the North, Northland Ford, the dealership you tell your friends about.
Bailey Homes has 15 years of experience in the North, specializing in RTM homes and foundations, and are also proud supporters of our community. They are so thankful to Flin Flon and the surrounding areas for supporting them for all these years. They're always willing to chat with a potential customer to help Bailey Homes show what they can do for our community. Visit bailey-homes.ca to find out how they can help you build the home you are looking for.
The time has come. The players have been racking up points, so now it's time to see who's on top. Let's check up on the latest leaders in our NHL hockey draft.
The troubles continue for the Winnipeg Jets as they're struggling to find ways to win without MVP goalie Connor Hellebuck. They now find themselves outside the playoff race. Hopefully they'll get some much-needed wins as players who have returned from injury continue to improve. Elsewhere, fortunes are not much better for Canadian teams all around as the Ottawa Senators are the only team currently in playoff contention. Maybe they all need to look to see what the Colorado Avalanche are doing as they're running away with the season, leading the league with stellar play from guys like McKinnon, McCarr, and Blackwood, who have all had a big points week. If you have those players in your draft, you'll surely be all smiles, so let's check in on the standings. We have a tie at third place. Brad Milley drops out of first, and Daniel Kennedy drops from second. Both entered at Farmhaven have 416 points. Jumping up from 8th place into second is Blake Lahonen, who entered at Jim's Doors and Windows with 419 points. And the top spot this week goes to Eric Westhaver, who entered at PharmaSave and moves up from 4th with 426 points.
Congratulations to this week's top 3. If you didn't hear your name, no worries. You can always check back again next week. Until then, you can find the full list of standings at any of our participating locations.
Sponsored in part by Eddie's Family Foods. With lunch-to-go meals, Stormy Pizza, Eddie's Burgers, Butcher Shop Sausages,
10
and
seconds.
quick In-N-Out service. Eddie's, big enough to serve you and small enough to care.
Hockey Draft 2025, only on CFAR, your radio.
You're on.
And welcome back to Whitney Forum. We're going to get to Russ Demo here momentarily. Quickly, the McDonald's out-of-town scoreboard. Big win for Laurence today. They get her done against Weyburn. They win 2-1. And that helped the Bombers and the Klippers out because the Wings, of course, one of the top teams that's vying for top spot. Weyburn second overall with 32 points, just 1 point behind Flin Flon and 1 point up on Kindersley. So Laurence and both teams are favored today. Humboldt-Estevan, they're battling it out. 3-3 in the second. Melville a 1-0 lead on Battleford in the second period. And we got Warren and Melford all even at 1 after 1. Manitoba Junior Hockey League action here tonight. The Blizzard looking for just their 4th win of the year. Good start. They lead Winkler 3-1 in the second period. Port at Swan Valley 1-1 after 2. Selkirk Dauphin 1-1 in the second. And the Monarchs and Burden scoreless in the second period. Russ Demo joins us, unfortunately, for the Klippers. Not in uniform tonight, Russ, but great to see you. Had a great conversation with you here last night. I know you'd rather be out there, and you're telling me you're getting close to coming back.
Yeah, no, thanks so much for having me on here, Rob. Hopefully just another week out of the lineup, but yeah, the recovery's had its ups and downs, but that's just part of the game at this level and at any level, so yeah.
And the nice thing is it's not like February, March with getting ready for the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. Not that there's any good time of the year to be injured, but you definitely don't want to be out that time, that's for sure.
No question about it. Listen, you guys got a nice hockey team here. We talked a little bit off the air yesterday about Kyle Schneider. Of course, he's gone in. The new bench boss, you tell me the guys love playing for him.
Yeah, he's a guy who's got an extreme passion for the game. He's a hard worker. He's the first guy at the rink, and he's a great communicator. He's impressed all of us coming in as a new head coach, and he's done an unreal job, and the evidence is where we are in the standings, right? We need to work on some things for sure, so does every team, but he's came in and he's done an unreal job, and he's like you said, Rob, he's a guy you'd love to play for. So, yeah, it's been awesome.
This is a team that gets better every year. And we'll talk a little bit about that playoff series against Flin Flon a couple of years ago. But, Clayton Jardine did a wonderful job. Won Coach of the Year a couple of years ago for what he's done. I guess every coach moves on at some point. Were you surprised at the timing because he put together a really good squad this year? Like Kyle mentioned, like you mentioned, some of the other guys I've talked to, the team kind of built for this year. Were you surprised that he was moving on that quickly?
I definitely was. We found out as a team in August, which definitely was a bit of a shock. I mean, you can't really knock Jards for it. He was a great guy and a great coach, and he had the opportunity to move on to a good program with the Red Deer Rebels, and he did that. But, yeah, like you said, like this 3-year plan of kind of how it's formulated here this year, we have a lot of really good pieces, and we're trying to build on that every day, and it's the same message that it was 3 years ago as it is today. It's just get 1% better every day and control your work ethic and your attitude and see where that takes you.
The nice thing is you've been able to grab a lot of points at the beginning of the year. It's been kind of some slow starts. You always get better. After Christmas, you guys have had a really good program the past couple of years, but nice to get some wins early in the year.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Rob, you've been around the league a long time. There's a ton of parity in this league. And
especially this year.
Yeah, especially this year. But the team that shows up on any given night can steal 2 points. And that's reflected in the standings too, and also night to night in the league. So yeah, it's huge. Every night you want it. Like every team wants to get in and grab 2 points, and yeah, everybody wants that top seed, that home ice advantage in the playoffs, right?
And you need good goaltending. You've always had that, and I'll tell you what, O'Halloran tonight's been good again.
Oh, he's been unreal. I've played with Brett now 4 years, dating all the way back to quadrant hockey in Calgary together, and the bigger the games, the better he gets. I'm sure his dad, Chris O'Halloran's listening right now. He's actually a Bombers alumni, funny enough. But Brett's been unreal. I've known him all my life, and he's a competitor, and he's just got swagger. That's the best way to describe him. He's confident in his own way, and there's nobody else you'd rather play in front of. It's awesome. It's a lot of fun for the decor and the forward.
He moves really well.
Oh, for sure, yeah. He's not the biggest guy per se, but he makes up with it with his athleticism and other things. So, yeah, it's awesome.
You were with the Klippers 2 years ago. You met the Bombers in the playoffs. I mean, you guys gave it your best effort. The games in Kindersley were certainly tight, a little bit tougher in the Whitney Forum against a veteran Bomber team. But It was the first time getting the playoffs for a long time for you guys, for the franchise. What did you learn out of that?
The playoffs is a different beast, Rob. It's nothing like the regular season. There's so little time with the puck. Every battle is life or death. And although we got swept by the Bombers that year, I think it taught the core so much. And a few of us that have been there since then, like the Perlingers, Brock Evans, Jacob Dennis, and myself, that's experience that you really can't buy anywhere else. And the Bombers had an awesome team that year, but yeah, we took them to 4 hard games, and yeah, we're proud of that.
And Game 4 really could have went either way. If I'm not mistaken, you outshot them. Flin Flon's goalie stood on his head.
Yeah.
That might have been the best game he played in the entire playoffs. I mean, you really were the better team in Game 4, but a hot goalie, boy, look out.
Yeah, exactly. That's at any level. You got to have a goalie.
But I know that it was a nice achievement to get in the playoffs and with a very young team.
Yeah, for sure, yeah. That was actually Jards' first year in Kindersley. And
he won Coach of the Year then.
Yeah, I think so. And we had a super young team. We had a few older guys who'd been there for a long time, but not many. And, yeah, just to get into the playoffs and Kindersley playoff drought, that was huge for us and huge for the town.
What's the expectations this year? Like we said, the team was built for this season. You had a coaching change, but at least you brought a guy in that's familiar with the league, which to me is a big deal. I mean, Kyle Schneider, great coach, great with the guys, but also knows the league, and that's important.
Oh, that's massive, Rob. And just knowing the rinks, knowing the atmospheres, knowing the day-to-day grind of playing in the SJ, it's not easy. It's not easy for the players, for the coaches, right? You just take into account the travel and every aspect of that. But his familiarity with other teams and on the X's and O's part of it, and also what to expect, it's been huge. And, yeah, you can't take that for granted either.
But you must have had a pretty good feeling heading into this year then with a lot of the guys coming back. And you guys got some Western Hockey League guys back too, did you not?
Yeah, we got Van Eager from the Prince George Cougars, who's actually suspended. He's sitting next to me right now as well. But, yeah, it's been awesome. And we also have Ryan Gibson, who's been here for 3 years, who's our general manager, who unfortunately couldn't make the trip. He's in Calgary right now, but he's been awesome too. He knows the league super well. That guy watches more hockey than anybody I know.
And he's involved with Canada West, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not exactly certain about that. He might be.
I think he was doing some scouting for that.
Okay, yeah, maybe. But he's got a really good pulse on not only the SJ, but junior leagues across Canada. And the scouting he's done has been unbelievable, finding guys who other teams haven't cared to look at and have brought in, and they've been incredible for us.
No question about it. And you're right in this game tonight. I mean, you got outshot in the opening period, but, I mean, one goal is one goal. I mean, your team scores a lot this year.
Yeah, we've been fortunate to score in bunches. Our power play's been one of our biggest strengths, which has been awesome. And yeah, we got a few things to dial in defensively, but yeah, it'll be another great game tonight.
A lot of trips up to the Whitney Forum for you. Unfortunately, not playing tonight, but what's it like for you when you come to this break as a visitor? You see the Bombers a lot the last few years.
I love it. It's my favorite barn to play in the SJ besides playing at home, and you just can't replicate the atmosphere anywhere else. Even just walking in, you almost just get a feel of the history of it all, and you walk past the Bomber Hall of Fame and see some really cool names. And yeah, for a lot of Calgary guys, they don't even know where Flin Flon is. So it's a really cool experience to come up here and play in this rink. I really enjoyed it. I'm mad I'm not playing tonight, but that's the way it goes.
Do you remember the first game you played here as a young guy, what that was like? What do you remember about that game?
I remember it vividly, actually, because there was a goalie fight between
Marquardt and was it close?
It was Falk.
Oh, Falk.
Logan
okay.
Falk, yeah.
Who ended up getting traded to Laurent.
That's correct, yeah. So that's you kind of get.
Yeah, don't forget that.
Yeah, exactly. You're falling into the deep end there, and I just remember the crowd and the energy, and yeah, it's special. It's really fun.
I'll tell you what, I really wish you the best of luck getting back in the lineup soon, Russ. Great for you. And you know, I'll ask you this, too. I ask all the Bomber players this the last game. What's the biggest hockey moment for you in your career anywhere that you've been?
In my last year of midget AAA hockey, we went to TELUS Cup, and that was probably the biggest moment, that playoff run. We beat the Royals, came back. We beat the Calgary Buffaloes, came back in that series as well. And yeah, that's been the highlight of my hockey career so far, and winning with all your buddies that you've grown up with is really special. So
it is. Well said, Russ.
Awesome.
Thanks a lot for coming up.
Thanks so much for having me on.
Good luck getting back in the lineup, and do me a favor, please. Pass along wishes to Brody Sharp from his crew about getting back as soon as you can, okay?
Awesome. Thanks so much, Rob.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming on. That's Russ Demo, the wonderful third-year defenseman here for the Kindersley Klippers. Great to catch up with him. We had an extended intermission with the Timbits hockey. We'll take one more quick break, come back with the second period. Bombers, Klippers all set to get at her again here on 102.9 CFAR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
Clear. Prime Rib Fridays are on at Chicken Chef. Cap off
28 seconds.
Their 8-ounce prime rib with garlic mashed potatoes, a pillowy Yorkshire pudding, plus veggies, and a small vanilla sundae to boot. Chicken Chef is excited to offer this to you for just $33.33.
10 seconds.
Available after 4. Fridays are for prime rib and au jus at Chicken Chef, where it always feels like home.
You're on.
All righty, we're back in the second break. Mike Slip has rejoined us here in the booth. And the Klippers have the puck in their own zone. They turn it over. A chance just fired wide by Delisle. And Fashawn will jump on this one. Great to have Russ Demo up in the booth here today. What an outstanding young man he is. Look forward to seeing him back in uniform very, very soon. Of course, the Bombers will be in Kindersley for a couple of games after Christmas. It's always a fun trip. It's a long way to get there, but I tell you what, first-class organization. I've enjoyed my time going there throughout the years. I got wonderful people there, wonderful volunteers, and always enjoy calling games between these two teams. There's Fashawn inside his own zone. Played it ahead here to Lees. He's got it. He'll take a look. He had Arbery, but it got a little bit tough. Arbery almost went in there and got it anyway. He does. He takes it away from Dennis, but he'll get some support here from Lees. Flin Flon will hold it in. Dennis tries to get over there. Ulmer will cut him off with the pass. Ulmer along the boards will try to freeze it up there. Puck's worth free. This is Johnson, the Klippers' leading scorer. He gets hit hard along the boards. There's a wraparound attempt that time. Well, Halloran stopped that as he normally does if he sees it. The Klippers will ice it. Picked up by Yakubchuk back to the Bomber net. Just underway here in the second period. Flin Flon so far taking over where they left off in the opening period.
Absolutely. You know, Rob, while you're talking to Russ, I had a really nice chat with Brody Sharp. Of course, he's the fellow who got hit last night and had to make his way to the paw. He was concussed fairly badly, but he's in great shape. If his parents are listening, he's a super nice young man from Alberta, from Lacombe, Alberta.
I think a lot of Alberta kids on this team.
Yeah, he said he's feeling not bad.
There's a goal by Ward at the blue line, and I think it was redirected out front there by Alexander. He might have his second of the game. I'm not sure, but Ward the quick
looks like it's Ward.
I think it's going to be Ward's goal. Alexander definitely causing havoc out front.
It sure looked like it.
Ward last night, boy, what an addition to the Bomber lineup he's been. He's one of the top team. You know what? You take a look at his stats. He's played a lot fewer games than a lot of guys because they got him late. I tell you what, this is going to be a guy to watch all year long.
Sure is. We mentioned it last night. It looked like Alexander might have got a bit of that, but it doesn't look.
Well, we're getting the announcement on the goal right off the hop. We'll find out, but it's a big goal for Flin Flon. They're just underway here, 2-0 in the second period. And the Bombers keep coming as they'll get the puck in deep again. Speaking of Alexander, he's got it. Back out front. O'Halloran got a stick on it. Mounier trying to keep it in and rolls away, comes back to center. He'll dump it in. There's Ridgway. He bounces it off the boards. It comes back to center ice. Wheeler will get it back for Kindersley. And he'll flip the puck inside the Flin Flon zone. Seitz bumped off the play by Johnson. Puck rolled back to that Ward. He fell down. Bombers wanted to call there. I didn't see it.
No.
Ward will pick it up again. Ward's got it. He'll flip the puck back to center. Intercepted here by Butner. He fanned on it, but got the puck across the line. Then he takes a body check. Mounier back to Alexander. He'll chip it in. It'll go deep in the Clippers zone. And Herchuk will pick it up. His bounce pass, knocked down by Delisle. Flin Flon holds it in. Maverick Delisle, a 4-point game yesterday. Back to blue line to Bruce. He hammers up. We do have a penalty coming up against Kindersley here. Going to be a cross-checking call.
I don't know who.
Might be Herchuk, the D-man. I think it is.
Yes, it is.
So we're going to give Penny Beck an opportunity on the power play again. She only had 13 seconds last time. So
just to finish my thoughts on Brody Sharp. Super nice guy. If his mom and dad are listening, he said he's feeling pretty good. I asked him if the noise in the old Whitney bothered him. He said no, but the light's a little tough on him. But he's feeling good. Great to see him up here in the booth, and great to see him in good spirits.
Yeah, there he is. He's out in the camera here tonight. So the Bomber power play, ranked fourth in the league, like you mentioned, 24.2%. The Kindersley penalty kill, ranked fifth overall at 81.7. Chancer for the Bombers. Oh, backdoor. They just missed Buka with the pass. Buka in the corner will throw it back of the net. Picked up here by Seitz. Of course, Lees will be the guy to watch. 7 power play goals on the year. Delisle at the blue line. In the corner for Seitz, and he'll rip that over top of the net. But Sean will hold it in. Feeds it back to Delisle. Once again, they'll go in the corner for Sykes. Back to the right point to Delisle. Duke's got the stick talk to the right side. That's where they go. Can't get the clean pass, though. And the puck is intercepted and sent back to center ice. 1:25 to go in the Flin Flon power play. Here comes Lees. Puck rolled away from mid-center. He'll tap it back in. Partially blocked there by Dennis. Picked up by Egg, and he fanned on it. Delisle gets it back in deep for Mukic in the corner. Back along the boards. And picked up and fired off the boards that time by the Klippers. Black has got a little bit of a black eye after his scrap last night with Arbery.
It was quite a tilt.
A minute to go on the power play. Here's the pass to Lees to center. He'll drop it back. Got to come back to Sykes. Grab it set by Delisle. He's inside Clipper territory. He stick handles in. Delisle's got it. Shoot it. Ain't made. O'Halloran got the blocker on it. Delisle the rebound. Back to Fashon. Fashon's got it looking for a lane. Now he lets the rip. O'Halloran the same rebound. You can't get it to go. Good save again by O'Halloran. He's holding him in this game. The shots are 28-8 for Flin Flon. Big hit there. Penalty coming up, though. Sykes takes one up high that time, courtesy of Perlinger, and it's going to be a 5-on-3 here for 29 seconds. Mike Scott.
Yeah, that one is a little high.
They're saying it's a hit to the head. That's what the call on that one is. Perlinger doesn't like the call. He'll make his way to the bench, and I think Kyle Schneider might want to talk to the referee as well, but it doesn't look like it. So a chance for the Bombers here on the 5-on-3 for 29 seconds. Exactly 16 minutes remaining in the second period. Here comes the face-off inside the Clipper zone. To the left of the goaltender O'Halloran, it's Alexander, Martin, Breho, Ward, a goal tonight, and Reed Arbery. Big face-off, the Clippers win the draw. Martin didn't let the fact that Dostal got to make a quick move on him. He moved before the puck was dropped. Bombers get the puck back anyway. Ward to the blue line. Here's Martin at the top of the circle in the corner here for Breho. 17 seconds in the first penalty. Breho out front. One-timer Arbery. That got blocked in front. Nice job that time. Clippers can't clear it out, though. Ward gets it back. Ward has it. A shot. Dennis blocked that. Puck on the back of the Clipper net. Dug free by Alexander. He's also got a goal, a shorthanded marker back in the opening period. Breho back of the net. Nobody in front of it. Arbery along the boards. Feeds it back to Ward. First penalty is over. Martin's got it. In the corner this time for Breho. He'll try to work it back out front. To the blue line it goes. Ward has it. A shot. Good save O'Halloran, who tracks the puck really well.
Absolutely. Ward, another great shot. Reminds me of a defenseman. See, I'm getting old, Rob. I can't think of his name. Xavier Lapointe. Just that great hard wrist shot from the point. And Sam Ward has a lot of Xavier in him.
Yeah, he certainly shoots the puck hard and might not be quite the complete skater that Lapointe was, but I'll tell you what, he's
shot-wise.
Arbery knocked it down, and he didn't use a high stick on it. Flin Flon keeps it in. There's a chance in front for Martin. That hit a stick. It'll come out. And Ward will race back at center. A minute remaining in the second Bomber power play. Good penalty kill by Kindersley here tonight. I know a lot of people talk about their power play, how good it is, but they got a good penalty kill as well. Ranked fifth in the league, and it's been good tonight. Loney. He breaks that one up, sends it back to the Bomber line. Ward quickly on it, though. Martin overskates it, taken away that time by Thiessen. Ward better hurry because racing down is Aikens, the former Mustang, but they knock it away from him. Arbery. Back to Breho. He'll tap it in. Egan gets back. Sends it back to the goal, but Lees is there waiting for it. Check it there for Breho. Got to come out front down on it. Lees got it. He ripped that one, but knocked down by the defenseman. Martin will hold it in. 25 seconds of the power play. Breho back with it. Back up front to Lees. Lees in the corner. Nice job to get it back to left point. There's Bashard's long shot deflected. Good save, O'Halloran. The redirection there by Breho. And boy, the concentration there for the Clipper netminder. Another nice glove save.
Yeah, it had to be on this power play of the Bombers. 8-0 shots, but Bombers have been on the power play for most of this period.
And that 5-on-3, right? So
yeah.
You get chances on a 5-on-3.
You know, Maverick Delisle out there now. I love how he finds open ice.
16 seconds remaining in the power play, just over 14 to go. Fights off the face-off. The shot on the blue line. Back in the corner from Muka. Had a goal in last night's game. It was a power play goal. Delisle throws that one in for Sykes. In the corner, Lees can't get to it. Muka has it instead back to the net. And we're back to 5 aside. Perlinger back on the ice. There's a chance fired on target. Kicked away that time by O'Halloran. Fights back to the net. Good pressure by Flin Flon. Even though we're back to 5 aside, they've kept the puck inside Clipper territory. Pashon on the board for Muka. He'll shovel in back to the net this time for Lees. Had his stick lifted that time by the Clipper D-man. That's Egan, and back down the ice to the Flin Flon zone. Miscue back, had to be careful. Had a guy on top of him, just gets rid of it. Here's Muka. Played it ahead to Lesperance. Back to Ulmer across the line. And that shot partially blocked that time by Ridgway. Flin Flon looking for Muka out front. He's knocked to the ice. Picked up by Evans. Loses it to Ulmer. He gets the chance, parted on target. O'Halloran there again. And now we got Evans getting into it front. It looks like he wants Lesperance. Something must have happened in the corner there.
Yeah, they came out pushing and shoving. Morozov not in the lineup tonight. I think he got dinged up a little last night, from what I understand.
And we haven't seen much of Wyatt Stitt since early in the game either.
Yeah, no, you're right. I was just watching Lesperance.
I'm just seeing if Stitton's on the bench. I don't see him there.
The Kindersley Clipper through Lesperance's glove. Yeah, let's have a look here, Rob.
I don't think he's on the bench. So I think he started the game and he left early, which is interesting. Hopefully he's okay. Got that big World Junior A Challenge coming up. And obviously the Bombers need him as well.
Yeah, you're right. I don't see him
he's
there
not on the bench. Delisle's has to take the face-off here as he'll line up against the Clippers Wheeler. So the number one line for the Clippers is out. They're trying to get on the board here. They're down 2 goals. Herchuk along the boards. Delisle intercept. Throws it back in, and he'll rim around the boards to Ward. He'll wait for it. Left it there for Mounier. Mounier back out front. Grabbed here by Martin. Comes it back to Delisle. Trying to get loose in front. Loney's got it tied up. Herchuk will get it free. There's Johnson. Back of the goal to Loney. Loney will take a look and decides to swing the pass back to Herchuk and his blue line. Back to center ice to Johnson. He'll knock it down. Tied up here with Mounier. Puck will roll back to Ward. Back of the Bomber net. Dotzer. 10-0, Flin Flon here in the period. They're coming again at center. Ward, the big D-man, dropped it back to Martin. Back out front. Oh, Ward just redirected. Comes back up from behind it, and he scores! Ward does it again! A fluky goal on a helmet back of the net, and it catches him off guard and goes in. That's 4 goals in the last 2 games for Ward, and we still got over a half a game to go here tonight. Boy, I have a very good feeling he might be getting some hardware by the SJHL coming up.
Yeah.
4 goals in 2 games. That one a bit of a fluky goal, but hey, if you don't shoot, you don't score.
Shot it from behind the net and went off the back of O'Halloran, but he saw the opening. He banked it off the goalie, and in it went. Yeah, you're absolutely right. If you don't shoot, you don't score.
2 goals for Ward tonight. He's got 8 on the season, and the Bombers have taken a 3-0 lead as Sotner gets stuck here. There's a big hit by Arbery back to the net. And boy, right off the faceoff, the Bombers are right back inside the Clippers zone again. Boy, they've just been coming again. There's Arbery. Battling here with Dennis. They collide back to the Clipper net. We'll get the officials and all these goals for you here as soon as we get them. We can catch our breath with all the action. There's a chance now for Yakubchuk trying to get the rebound. How about one stayed out somehow? Flin Flon still after the goal. No scramble. How did Yakubchuk not score?
It went off the post. It went off the post, Rob.
Yeah, because he's wide open in front of the net. Holy cow, I don't know how he didn't put that one in, but
Reed Arbery thinks that puck went in. He's telling
the goal judge is sitting there. He never put the light on.
No.
Bad scramble in front, but like I said, right after the goal there, Mike slipped. The Bombers just kept coming. The shots are 14-0 in the second period.
Yeah, they had those 2 power plays which helped, but they haven't let up at all.
They are giving Lesperance the second goal, by the way. It's not going to Ward, at least on the sheet. So Lesperance has been credited with the second goal tonight. Ward is, and remember we said it was deflected out front, right?
That's right. Maybe you got a stick on it, which made it not so fluky.
So that's Lesperance's second of the year. He's going to get credit for it. Ward the assist. Ward's definitely got the other goal. Delisle and Martin the assist on that one, and that came at the 7:28 mark. I thought that puck did change direction, so yes, Lesperance will get credit for it. But Ward just won tonight 3 of his last 2 games, but boy, playing a phenomenal game. Flin Flon looking for more. They'll throw that one in for Lees. He's covered in front of the net. Flin Flon in front 3-0. 11:39 to go in the second period. This is Herchuk back to the Clipper net. Lees watches him out front. Kindersley really can't get going at all offensively in this game. I know either me or Mike Slip could be a net in the second period with no shots. Type of game I used to like as a goalie.
But as soon as we get one, it's over.
Yeah, for me it was.
Me too.
Miscue back inside his own zone. Trying to play that one ahead. He'll shovel it to Les Bronx, who does get credit for the second goal like we mentioned. He's played hard. Puck will roll back in Clipper territory. There's Sykes back again. Throws it out front. Lee's just missed it. Miscue will hold it in. From the blue line. Fired on target. Rebound, Les Bronx. And that one hits somebody in front. Grabbed by Egan. And he'll get it back to center. Cut off again by Sykes. And he throws a big body check on Perlinger from the Bomber net. And they're going to mix it up a little bit. Play continues. The other Perlinger trying to tap that ahead. Mounier. He'll knock it down, and play is blown down with 10:43 to go in the second period. And a 3-0 Flin Flon lead. And now we're starting to see tempers getting the best of the players on the ice. Mike Slim.
Yeah.
Flin Flon starting to roll away with the game a little bit again. And you can see a little bit of frustration breaking out for the Clipper team.
The Klippers are taking some good body checks to the Bombers, but they're bouncing off them, and Bombers are getting the best of them.
Here's Lafleur. Pass up to Thiessen. He'll tap that back at Flin Flon territory. There's Ward. Left it back of the net. Mounier runs his guy over. Puck is underneath a whole pile of bodies. Now Les Bronx will dig it free. Puts it ahead. Ulmer can't pick it up, or now he does it center. He's got Bowman with him. Bowman takes the pass, and over top of his stick that time. Puck is lifted out. Thiessen's going to get a chance the other way, and penalty in behind the play. Les Bronx going to go at her here.
Watch Mounier back here, too.
So we got Les Bronx swinging away here with Gospel. Now, something happened with him earlier because Evans wanted a piece of him, too.
Yeah, that's right. I tell you, Les Bronx, I was thinking, has played really hard tonight. Early in the game, I was thinking there could be a warrior of the game. Unfortunately, played half of it, so I'm going to have to maybe find somebody else.
Something happened with him tonight because Evans tried going at it with him earlier, and then him and Dostal, another veteran, get into it in behind the play. But again, if you're Kindersley, you had to try and do something to try and switch some momentum in your favor.
Yeah,
right?
Mounier and I can't remember who the Clipper was. They were having at it way before that puck went down the ice and continued on after the whistle blew. But the Les Bronx fight drew the attention of everybody else.
Well, 10:13 to go. It's going to give you a time to update what's happening with this Bell Pearson hockey tournament. I can tell you all the games, if I can read it here, on my phone that's going on tomorrow. The playoffs are going to start tomorrow morning at 9:30. The Paw Huskies White are going to take on the Paw Huskies Red. That's at the Sportex. Then we got the Norway House Door Stars against the Buster Bardillies out of Thompson. That's at the Whitney Forum. That's a 9:30 game. Snow Lake Spartans at 10:45 will battle the Flin Flon McKeans at the Sportex. Also at 10:45, it's the Paw Huskies Black against the Blizzard Beauties. Whitney Forum, 10:45. Steelworkers for Flin Flon will play at 12:15. They'll battle the Flin Flon Ford Lightning. We've got the Flin Flon Firemen against the Dilly Bar Danglers at 12:15 as well at the Whitney Forum. Then the final at 1:30, an all Swan Valley affair. The Colts against the Broncos for the Mel Pearson Cup. That's what's happening tomorrow in the big Mel Pearson tournament.
Rob, those Dilly Bar Danglers, that's a rough team.
And I'll tell you, there's an extra penalty on the board here for Kindersley. So Flin Flon is back on the power play here for the third time tonight. New Pepsi power play contestant, our good buddy Jim Glynn, gets his products at the Gateway. So the Clippers end up getting an extra penalty. It must be for an instigator, I'm assuming. As the puck is set down the ice, Devin Peck still looking for his first shot in the second period. Will come out and just get a nice skate and stop it. Minute 29 to go in the power play. Here comes Bashan. Sends the pass to Leeds. Like we said, leads the Bombers with 7 power play goals this year. Been quiet this weekend, though, so far. The Clippers have held him at bay. Duca. Back to Bashan. A shot. Kicked away by O'Halloran. Duca will grab the rebound. He gets knocked down by Egan in the corner. Leeds will dig it free. Back of the goal. Back up front. There's a one-timer by Delisle. And O'Halloran there. And he'll make the save. And O'Halloran might not be able to let in another goal if they have a chance of coming back.
No, I don't think so, yeah. I wonder if that extra penalty was what was happening behind the play here with Mooney. I'm not sure, but
I think he grabbed, Dostal got it. He grabbed the hold of Les Bronx and wrapped his mask off his head.
Yeah, that might have been it.
I don't think they even were watching what happened behind the play. I could be wrong. I think they're more focused on that play.
You're right, that mask came off, so he would have had to grab
Martin out front, one-timer, Arbery kicked away there. Nice save again by O'Halloran, doing everything he can to keep his team in this game. There's Martin. Side of the goal, picked up here by Breho. He'll work it back to the blue line. He hangs on. Breho, there's a shot. O'Halloran reaches up. Shots in this period. 19-0 Flin Flon with 9 minutes to go.
O'Halloran having words with Landon Alexander, who was planted right in front of him, right where he should be. I don't blame O'Halloran from commenting, but Landon Alexander playing exactly how he should.
So a 3-0 Flin Flon lead. The shots are 41-8, if you can believe it. 46 seconds remaining in the power play. Face off in the Klippers zone. Loney out the draw, hit the side of his own net. He'll get it back, and he found on it, but it's picked up here, and Christian will fire it down the ice. There's a shot on net. Arbery will grab it here from the goaltender, Peck. Here comes Arbery. Back up the middle to Alexander. Across the line. Blath intercepts it. Blath to center, hauled down. Ward feeds it back to Alexander, and he'll take off like a locomotive down the right side. Alexander carries it in. Good body check that time, though, by Herchuk. Puck comes back out front. Puck sent back down on Peck. Just 9 seconds to go in the power play. Arbery tried to chip that one ahead and hit Martin. He'll pick it up inside the Flin Flon zone. Left it there for Ward. Power play over. Flin Flon 0 for 3 in the game. They'll dump it in. Ulmer back out there for the Bombers. Gets a hold of it. He sends it in. O'Halloran stopped it back to the net. Picked up here by the Clipper D-man. That's fed ahead to Evans. Got a stick on it. Knocked away. Sykes. He tries to get on top of it. Dennis knocked it away. Or sorry, that was Egan that knocked it away. Offside Flin Flon. 7:51 to go in the second period. Shots are 19-0, although there was a couple long shots. Maybe a timeout. Kindersley will try to regroup, trying to get something going here. Flin Flon in front, 3-0 on 102.9 CFAR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
Games for many are an escape, a way to become someone else. From a humble farmer to a valiant hero, a mighty mage, or even a student attending school, Shane's offers you that escape with their gaming computers and accessories. The computers are custom orders, so you can tailor your computer exactly to your gaming needs. Plus, their accessories like headphones, monitors, and chairs will make your gaming experience the best it can be. Upgrade your play today with Shane's. Watch, listen, play, connect.
The KFC famous chicken sandwich is such a quality, award-winning product that the commercial really doesn't need a lot of bells and whistles. Sure, we could say it goes great with a
large gravy!
And the Tom Jesh from Intelligence for Your Brain enjoys it. But when you have a triple-breaded buttermilk marinated filet and a fresh potato bun, all you gotta do is let people know that the famous chicken sandwich is at KFC. So good. You're up.
And welcome back to Whitney Farm. 7:51 to go, second period. The shots are 41-8 Flin Flon. They got a 3-0 lead as Evans will line up for the faceoff against Sykes outside the Kindersley blue line. Shots at the period, 19-0 Flin Flon. Bruce to center. Hammered in, comes right back down front. There's a chance there for Sykes, and the Clipper D-man got in there and tied him up. Otherwise, it's 4-0. Bombers will keep it in. Bowman's puck gets intercepted. Clippers will flip it ahead. Sykes got a stick on it, played it back to center. Egan has it. The Clipper D-man will send it off the glass back inside the Flin Flon zone where there's been really no action in the second period whatsoever. Bowman will play that one ahead, gives it away outside the blue line. Egan gets it back in. Then he takes a good body check. Sykes moves it ahead to Ulmer. He'll tap it down the ice. Icing called against Flin Flon. I think for the first time this period, we're going to get a face-off inside the Flin Flon zone. Matter of fact, I know it's the first time.
I think it's one of the first times the play's been down there. Look at that ice. They don't need to get the Zamboni out.
We'll see what happens. For this face-off inside the Flin Flon zone, 7:12 to go. A big one here. Remember, Kindersley gets a goal. They're right back in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not that they're not that far out.
Ridgway off the face-off for the Clippers. Will dump it back to net here for Christian, but he's hit off the play right away. Lafleur will pinch in. Kindersley just needs to try and get some traffic on Peck. Peck really got to make a couple saves tonight, but just 8 saves, or 8 shots, 8 saves so far in the game. The big pile up inside the Flin Flon zone. The Clippers take it free. They come back to blue line, but Ridgway's not there. Going to come down the ice, so Halvern's going to come out. Ridgway got a piece of it. Now LaFleur has it. And he'll get it back to the Bomber blue line. Yakubchuk took it away, but Aikens takes it off his stick. Here's a chance. Christian picks it up on the right side and hits the side of the post there. But Kindersley gets a chance. They fire it off the pipe. A good chance that time. There's Aikens again. Shot right on. Stopped that time by Peck. So this line coming up with a little bit of some damage here. Aikens as well as Sotner, who's got the puck back to the net now. And they'll get it back to blue line. Herchuk fired it wide. Ulmer will tap it off the boards, back down the ice. Should be icing against Flin Flon. No. O'Halloran comes out. Left it there for Herchuk. Loney, the big D-man, has it. He sends it down the ice. Bruce got a stick on that one. But they thought it was offside, but Sotner got outside the zone, and they might have blown one there, Mike.
I think they did. Our friends next to us agree. I think they did.
I didn't see that Sotner came back outside the zone there. 5:59 to go. You're right. Some of the Clipper players, the booth with us tonight, not happy about that call. Kindersley finally starting to get a little bit of momentum here offensively. Have a goal post. They need the next goal for sure if they're going to try and come back here tonight. Remember, a lot of time on the clock here. 5:59 to go in the second period. Perla going to take the face-off against Delisle outside the Bomber blue line.
Delisle a little shaken up.
Off the face-off. Flin Flon's already down Morozov and Stinton. Not sure what happened to Delisle there, but you're right. He went down and he went right to the bench right away. Meanwhile, Perlinger out front, puck in the crease. The Clippers trying to jam it in. And look out, Mounier gets the stick up against Perlinger in the face with that.
I don't think he did. I think
Delisle really hurt on the bench here, and no Bomber trainer tonight.
Mike Reagan doing the trainer duties at the moment.
So something happened to that face-off. He went down.
Yeah. The Clippers got in behind the Bombers there, and they created a great scoring chance. I think Mr. Perlinger was trying to sell that one. I don't think he actually got it.
He took the stick in the face, I will tell you that. Perlinger will take the face-off here against the Bombers. Joey Lees to the right of the netminder, Devin Beck. They're going to blow this down right off the hot guys, moving all over the place again. They'll do it again. Perlinger against Lees. 5:39 to go in the period. 41-11 now the shots. Rashawn off the face-off will rim that around the boards. Hagen will keep it in. Oh, look out. Big bump that side in the corner. Beeson comes up with a couple of hits. Kindersley trying to get a little bit physical to create something. They'll hammer that off the glass. Puck picked up back of the net this time by Miskew. Sends it ahead to Arbery. Arbery he'll dump the puck across the Clipper blue line. Hagen is back. He'll flip it out. But Sean gets it ahead. Bowman had a lane if he would have picked that up cleanly, but he was off balance and couldn't knock it down. But he'll get it back anyway, back out front. Miskew, band on it. Held in by Arbery. Arbery, good move, a backhander, and O'Halloran there. Boy, Reed Arbery, no points tonight, but he's having a great game.
He is. He had a great game last night until he got in the scrap and had to sit down. But that fight with L'Esperance seemed to have sparked the Clippers a little bit. They've had a little more action, 3 shots now, and 3 good shots, actually.
Their goalie's got to be inspiring in the way he's keeping
Sure, yeah.
It's 42 shots for 11 here. 20 in the period.
Talking to the guys next to us here, the players really happy with O'Halloran and their other goalie, the backup.
There's no slouch. Herchuk's got a chance. He'll pick it up off the faceoff. He gets it quickly to center. Dumps it back in the Flin Flon zone. Ward is there around the boards. Loney will knock it down. Here's a shot on target. Peck stopped that. Big rebound, though. Wheeler's got it. Herchuk at the blue line. He'll shoot that one. Knocked down in front. If I'm Kindersley, I want to throw everything I can at the net here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Herchuk back to center again. That one knocked down by Mounier. He'll pick it up and take off. Mounier's had a good game tonight as well as he's across the Clipper line. Back out front. Duca will try to get it. Big Loney in there. Knocks it away. Comes back to the net. Evans tried to feather that out front. Duca with the steal. Martin walked in. Didn't get any wood on it off the tip of his stick and went wide. Wheeler back inside the Clippers zone. Mounier can't find it. Grabbed here by Johnson. He gets it back to center before Muka comes over and takes it from him. 4 minutes to go in the second period. Flin Flon a couple more goals here in the period are up 3-0. Puck will come to center. Bruce has got his guy tied up. Puck lifted in the Clipper zone, but Loney found out. He's been out there a long time. We'll see if Flin Flon can make them pay by keeping the puck in deep. Loney looks a little bit gassed to me. He's going to race after the puck here in the corner, and he's going to flip it down the ice. Good play by him as he wants to get off the ice, I'm sure. Yakubchuk See, he's trying to skate off here, and he can't because Flin Flon got the puck down. No, he won't. He can't get back off or get back off the ice. Good
there he goes.
Here comes Tucker back up front. Aikens. He had the trailer. Christian just missed the blue line. Ridgeway a drive. Knocked down by Bruce in front. And Delisle, good to see him back out there for the Bombers. They'll pick it up at center. And he'll dump it in. Came right back out front. Aikens grabbed him and turned it over to Arbery. Reed Arbery, very opportunistic here tonight. That one's taken away from him. We're down to 3 minutes to go in the period. LaFleur back with the Clipper net. Ridgeway, band on it, leaves, holds it in, but gives it right back to Ridgeway. He band on it again. Here's the steal by Leaves. Walked in, deflected. Puck laying there. Oh, they can't lift it over the right pad. What a stop by O'Halloran. Absolutely robbing Reed Arbery. I hope there's a cop in the building tonight with all this highway robbery going on. What a save. 2:35 remaining in the period. Clippers again, Suttner. Back inside the Flin Flon zone. Suck shoots that one, just went wide. That was as good a save as you're going to see in this league.
Series of saves.
Boy, I'll tell you what, he's been a nice story. 45 shots now for Flin Flon. What a stop by O'Halloran. Here's Arbery. Played that one ahead looking for Breho. Knocked down by Egan in his own blue line. Perlinger turned it over. Boy, a lot of turnovers here. Here's Vachon. Back in business, made a good move there as he'll get it off the boards. Arbery, a big hit there as he stands up on Egan. Bruce races to the right point to hold it back inside Clipper territory. Less than 2 minutes to go. Here's Muka back out front. Puck deflected by Breho wide. Leaves a chance off the stick wide. Egan will tap it up the boards. Kindersley can't get it out though. Yakubchuk holds it in. Breho trying to come back up front to Muka. Egan will knock that one down in a collision with the goalie again in front. Muka ends up getting collided here with the goalie. Perlinger will get a chance the other way. And now Kindersley comes flying in on Peck, and he makes the save. Boy, what a physical period. Another chance on target. Peck to save. A good redirection that time. His turn to shine, and a big save the other way. Muka lost a hand of the flap and will roll back to the Flin Flon zone. 1:15 to go. Pass up the middle. Here's Muka. Been out there a long time. Throws it in for Bowman. Flipped it back out front, and O'Halloran will jump on that with Sykes trying to get to the front of the net, and action all over the place, Mike Flip.
Absolutely. O'Halloran not happy with the referee. I don't think he actually has a case. I think it was just a mix-up in front of the net that a bunch of guys ran into him for sure, and he went down. But referee explains it to him. It seems like he's good with that.
Because he had that collision last night, too.
Yeah,
remember?
absolutely. And then it came down the other end, and Devin Peck got tangled up.
Delisle to take the face-off against Evans back inside the Clipper zone. The left of O'Halloran, a big, by far, Kindersley's best player again tonight. 45 shots the Bombers have fired his way. And I'll tell you what, not a lot of freebies. There have been a lot of ones in tight. And that save that he made with that right pad on Reed Arbery is as good a save as you'll see in a hockey game anywhere. Clippers will dump it in. Devin Peck, I'll tell you what, he's been good when he's needed to be. He's only had the 13 shots, but he's been tested a couple times here the last few minutes. And again, Kindersley to get a goal and right back in this game. Ford will knock it down. A goal and an assist tonight. We'll play that one back. Up the right side, here comes Martin. Less than a minute to go, 36 seconds actually. Throws it back up front. Martin gets a chance in the glove. Another shot. And O'Halloran there, he'll nab that and hang on with 31.8 seconds to go in the second period. Big interview coming up. Our good friend Jamie Nugenbauer. Nobody knows the SPHL better than him. He's going to join us, chat about the selections for Canada West and about some of the things that he's seen happening around the league this year. Looking forward to that interview. A lengthy one coming up in the second intermission tonight. But I'll tell you what, he's got so many things to talk about.
Yeah, he's got the pulse.
Lees to take the face-off here in the Clippers zone as he lines up here against Aikens. Clippers get it back to center. Here's a chance for Christian trying to get behind the D. He's knocked down but gets a shot on net anyway. What a great effort here by the Clipper captain late.
I think he has...
and he takes a... Oh. That one comes up and hits one of the Clippers. I think it's Sottner. And play continues, and he's hurt. He took the puck up in
the face,
here. And they probably should have blown that down on some of the Clipper players. Look out, that puck flipped up over the glass and on a play by Ridgeway, and he says he didn't mean to do that. Anyway, when the guy gets hit in the face like that, Mike, they probably should blow it down right away.
I would think so.
6.6 seconds to go. Sotner's up. Looks like he's okay.
That's good.
But yeah, he came around the corner and he took that one right underneath the visor. Clipper trainer got out there right away. And
yeah, he seems to be okay.
so 6.6 seconds to go in the second period. 46-14 the shots. 24-6 in the second period.
Unbelievable. 46 shots. Where do you think this will end?
I don't know. I mean, somebody texted me. They said they figured the Bombers can get 70. I don't know if it'll be that many.
No, I don't know if they can get that
But
many.
over 50 for sure, I would think.
Maybe 60, but who knows? I mean, these Kindersley Clippers aren't going to give up.
And like I said, their goalie's got to be giving him a little bit of an inspiration.
Absolutely. That, and I really think the Lefferants fight smarts them.
Leeds will take the face-off against Perlinger to 6 seconds to go inside the Clippers zone. The Bombers win the draw. Leeds in the corner, bumped off the play. Grabbed back up by Arbery. He'll come out front, and that's going to do it for the second period here tonight. Boy, the Flin Flon Bombers, a 24-shot barrage. And have a two-period total of 46. Get a couple more goals for their trouble. Kindersley took a long time. You remember what stance it was the second period before they got a shot?
It was
14
late.
minutes?
Yeah, it was halfway through, I think.
They wind up with 6, but they went a long time in that period without any. Anyway, we're going to take a quick break, come back with our second intermission show. And I'll tell you what, we're looking forward to the third period here tonight. The Flin Flon Bombers once again in front 3-0 after 40 minutes of play on 102.9 CFAR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
Clear.
North Ford proudly supports the Flin Flon Bombers throughout the SJHL season. We know that the Bombers will play tough like the Ford F-150, the toughest truck on the market for over 40 years. Northland Ford helped the community cheer on the Bombers as they work to bring a championship to the best fans in the league, and they provide you with the best selection on their lot. In the North, for the North, Northland Ford, the dealership you tell your friends about.
Hud Bay is proud to be a sponsor of this Bomber broadcast. From donations for bursaries, hockey schools, clubs, community events, charities, and so much more, Hud Bay has supported our community with dedication and generosity,
10 seconds.
Contributing to events and organizations. Hud Bay thanks the people of Flin Flon for their continued support.
You're on.
All right, a quick rundown of the second period scoring summary. Again, Flin Flon in front 1-0 after 1. Les Bronza, who's now out of the game after getting in a scrap, does get the second goal. The redirection for his second of the year. Ward will get the assist a minute 23 in. Then Ward would come back, a fluky goal. I mean, how the fuck he stopped. It's a fluky one that gets by him for the third one. His, I guess it'll be his 7th of the year as they took the first one away. Behind the net, he's able to bank it in. His third in the last 2 games, his 7th tonight. Delau and Martin get the assist on that one at the 7:27 mark. Shots, like we said, all Flin Flon 24-6. The Bombers, a 2-period total of 46. Kindersley, a 2-period total of 14. And neither team been able to muster a power play goal. Kindersley 0 for 2, Flin Flon 0 for 3. And when the Bombers lead after 40 minutes of play this year, a perfect 12-0. When Kindersley trails after 2, 1-5, 1-1. We'll see. Need to get a goal quickly in the third if they can do that. Could be an interesting finish tonight. One more quick break. Jamie Neugebauer will join us. In our second intermission, we'll chat about a whole whack of stuff, including the 6 selections heading off to Canada West here in the next week in Trois-Rivières, Quebec. Bombers in front 3-0 on 102.9 CFAR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
Clear. Yeah.
You can smile by saying cheese when you visit the North of 50.
Yeah, really smooth on this end.
Black Diamond cheese strings are perfect for a student lunch, or their combo snacks with dried fruits and nuts makes for the perfect grown-up hunger buster. And you'll be impressed with the holiday offerings on hand. So let yourself wander to the cheese display at the deli. It's where cheese lovers rejoice. You'll melt when you see the goodness at the North of 53 Co-op. You're at home there.
And good evening. Welcome to our second intermission tonight as the Flin Flon Bombers battle the Kindersley Clippers here. Once again, pleased to be joined by, of course, one of the big mainstays from the league office, Jamie Neugebauer, going to join us. So if you want to know anything that's happening in the SJHL, he's the guy that can tell you. Nuge, great to catch up with you here tonight. And, boy, a lot of exciting things happening in the league right now.
And a real big and warm hello to your listeners up there in northern Manitoba. Always love my time there. Absolutely, Rob. It's a great time to be a hockey fan. Obviously, the World Juniors are around the corner. The Junior A World Challenger around the corner. The Viking Cup around the corner. The Flin Flon Bombers are flying. It's a lot to like up there right now, isn't there, Rob?
Yeah, there's lots of exciting stuff happening for sure. And you mentioned, of course, the World Junior A Challenger will be a member. I'm trying to think. I don't know since they've started this tournament, there's ever been a year, Jamie, that there wasn't a bomber that was on the squad.
Yeah, I mean, it's been, as far as it goes back, for sure, there usually is. And obviously that speaks to the program that Mike Reagan has put together. Don't need to tell you. And obviously Mike was the head coach of the team last year. He's been involved as the head coach a bunch of years ago, too. So, there's also that element to it. But, certainly the Bomber way is a particular way that vibes with many coaches. And, obviously, congratulations to Wyatt Stinton for making it. And obviously he personifies the Bomber way in many ways, Rob, as you know. But also being a Flin Flon local, I'm sure everybody up there is extremely proud of him.
Well, a point per game this year, which isn't easy to do this in this league. He's got 4 goals, 13 assists, and 17 games played. Let's talk about the 6 selections, Nuge. Like I said, you follow the league better than anybody else out there. Were you happy with the 6 selections, Jamie? There's always, anytime the list comes off, there's always obviously people feel this guy could have been there, that guy could have been there. But give it to me straight. Are you happy with the 6 selections that were picked from our league?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, Trevor Blevins, of course, the head coach and GM of the Melfort Mustangs, is the head coach of this team. But you have to balance out the fact that Mike McCauley, who's the Niverville Nighthawk GM, is involved sort of as the GM of Team Canada West. So he'll have his eye on Manitoba Leaguers. Eric LeBrosse, who assisted Mike Reagan last year, is the head coach and GM in Lloydminster in the Alberta League. So, obviously it's got a balance for those 3 leagues. The sense is they were trying to build a team that's very specific, that's made to play a very specific brand of hockey, kind of in the image of the Melfort Mustangs of good years. Maybe it's been a bit of a tougher year for the Mustangs this year, but of the good years of a heavy team, a defensively structured team in the D zone, one that's really hard to play against. And I think, obviously you don't think about the goalie maybe with Timmerman, but the other 5, can certainly play that way. You think about a guy like Rylan Pugh on the Humboldt Broncos. He'll slam you through the wall. Same with Tommy Reese of the Yorkton Terriers. As physical and as strong as a defenseman as there is in the SJHL, and plays a heavy game. Obviously, Teo Flory, a big, heavy, mobile defenseman that Trevor Blevins knows very well. Melfort Mustangs won the championship with him last year. Obviously, Wyatt Stinton extremely well. I don't really need to say much more about him. And then kind of the one guy that maybe doesn't play that heavy game in terms of the size, but plays with a lot of heart and grit and determination and moves pucks well, is Jackson Herchak of the Kindersley Klippers, the mobile young defenseman committed to Colorado College, who was there last year with Mike Reagan and Team Canada West, so has some valuable lessons for this team to build off of as well. So it's sort of a bunch of guys who play a heavy, hard-nosed game with a dazzle of skill, and then obviously an elite goaltender in Tate Timmerman. So, yeah, I'm very happy with that 6, and I think that all 6 of them are high-character kids that will represent our league very well.
Well, you hit the nail on the head. They're all complete players. You mentioned Herchuk, the only returning player going back from last year. He got the NCAA scholarship, and he's with a +2 rating from that tournament last year, which is really impressive because if you recall, Canada West had a couple of blowout games not in their favor there early in the tournament.
Yeah, and, I think Mike Reagan has been very forthcoming with Trevor Blevins about the direction that he feels like they need to take. And I know Jackson will be a very vocal leader to get that team heading in that direction. I know Connor Miller was there, too. He was also at the Martinsville camp, the Humboldt Broncos forward, who didn't make this team, which is no fault of his own, given the fact that they're only allowed 5 2006 birth years in total. And so Connor was maybe a little bit tough to make it, but I know he was sharing some of his wisdom freely anyways, and that's the type of character and people that we have around our league a lot. As you know, Rob, we like to, we'll share, we want everybody to succeed and do well, and I think that, was going to come through, and for Jackson, obviously, it was had some tough times for sure, but obviously the tools are there, and he'll do better, you'd think, this year, given knowing that the Swedes, especially, and the Americans will come at them hard and fast. It should be very interesting.
We'll move on to something else, but I got to wrap it up with this. Tate Timmerman will be going there. He's kind of had an up and down year. He's played very good against Flin Flon, but an up and down season. I know, of course, he had that incredible run with the Blizzard last year. Were you surprised by him making it? There was apparently some other pretty good goaltenders that they were looking at from across Western Canada.
Yeah, I mean, I think, he was a guy that was a little bit tabbed even before the season started for that spot, given, his connections with the Saskatoon Blades in the Western Hockey League, and they're really big fans of Kay's. And a big thing to think about with Kay is that obviously he was the MVP of the Manitoba Junior Hockey League playoffs last year as a 17-year-old goalie with the Norman Blizzards. So the GM, Mike McCauley, knows Kay Timmerman very well from the Manitoba Junior League days, and it's almost like he made this team from his play last year. Now, that being said, Kay has had moments for Warman, has not been easy for Warman in any kind of a way, and, obviously I'm not blaming their tough start here as an organization on Kay one way or another. And obviously it's tough to be a young goalie and kind of carry the load. We'll see how far, for the Bombers, for example, Finn Werner is carried, or if it's still Devin Peck's crease, if it's still Matthew Bradley's crease. It'll be interesting to see how much he gets ridden. But we've seen it year after year, Rob. You've been watching this league longer than me, that usually it's a 19, 20-year-old goalie that gets ridden. So it's a lot of pressure on Tay up in Warman, too. So, he's got the talent. He's known well by both Mike McCauley and Trevor Blevin, maybe even more by the Manitoba Leaguer guy than Blevin. So, he's got the talent. He went to the Centennial Cup with Norman. He's been on the big stage, and he's got that Saskatoon Blades connection. So it doesn't really surprise me, even though it's been a bit of a tough start in the SJHL for him.
Well, and like you said, he's played in pressure situations, and of course Eric Ross will be part of the staff, would know him better than anybody, who gave him his opportunity. Right. He was riding the pine last year. He was supposed to be the backup. An injury happened. He got in the crease and never relinquished it. We always talk about the SJHL. One of the beautiful things about the league, Jamie, is the parity. And we're really seeing that this year, maybe even more than other years in the past. There doesn't really seem to be a real powerhouse club, but a number of really strong teams that obviously are vying for a league championship, which is difficult to win. I guess we're going to get some of your overall thoughts of some of the teams that are doing well. I want to talk about the Nipawin Hawks here today. I think coming in with as many returning players as they had, everybody was excited about their team. They showed glimpses of it. They've had some struggles, but since the Olsen trade from Melville, they seem to have taken into high gear.
Yeah, there's no question. And, kudos to Tad Kozin, first and foremost, for doing something that a lot of coaches have had a hard time doing, and that's retaining guys for a number of years together. And think about this team, too. They're not that old. They don't have that many 05s, actually, so they can maybe even be better next year, if that's a scary thought. But, obviously they're trying to learn to win on a consistent basis. Tad Kozin's still learning to coach a team that's expected to win on a consistent basis. But you look at the pieces, they're all there. They added that snarl, you mentioned it, Brendan Olsen. What a perfect fit, 20-year-old, plays hard, north-south game on the wing, has a scoring touch as well to kind of complement the likes of Connor Watson, who's kind of very similar in that regard. And, obviously they play that small rink there at the Centennial Arena, and it can really get on you fast with the speed that they have as a team, too. So they like to get out and play offense. I think a lot of people at Nipawin were expecting the goals to fly in a little bit easier earlier in the year, and they're starting to come now as they've kind of established their D zone. I think that was something that Tad Kozin emphasized quite a lot with Nipawin, was let's get our D zone down first, and then the offense will come. And I think they worked hard at that. They have a bit of an unheralded decor. They made some adds. They added Hudson Gaynor from the Alberta League there recently as well. And, they got all the pieces. And the last thing I'll say is, and you know me, Rob, I'm all about a goalie. If you have a goalie, you're in good shape. If you don't have a goalie, you don't have anything. I don't care who's in front of you. And Gage Roberts, Nipawin has as good as anybody in the league. So they're certainly a team to be feared once they put all the pieces together.
And their backup goalie's not bad either. Listen, let's talk about the Humboldt Broncos. I mean, a few weeks ago, they looked like they might be the team to beat. They've fallen on some hard times, a couple of hard luck losses in Flin Flon that could have went either way, but they've lost some other games since then as well against the Battlefords, those back-to-back games. What's going on with the Broncos right now?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just purely attrition. I think it's still purely a blip. I think their back end was dealing with some injury issues. They added Jason Wallia recently from the Melfort Mustangs, who was with Fort McMurray the start of the year as well, with in the Alberta League as a defenseman too. So I know they lost Oakley McElwain and Ryder Knutson, their two top defensemen right when they hit a tough patch in the schedule. And even with those guys out, even with Braden Skogstad, the veteran forward, playing on the back end, they still had leads in almost all of those games that they've lost. They just couldn't hold on to them. And, you just kind of rely on either, really young kind of raw D-men. You think about Carson Croteau or Tegan Sanchishin, et cetera. Either you rely on those guys or you go to the veteran and Skogstad forward playing D in those tough moments. And they just couldn't kind of hang on. They've all been one-goal games. They've all been tight. They've all been kind of heartbreakers or, a bad penalty against at the wrong moment. I think the Broncos are totally fine. They just need McElwain and Knutson back. They need to get Walia in there. They added Cameron Grande from the North American League on the back end too. Once everybody's healthy, the Broncos will be totally fine. Obviously, Jacob Streetsky can score like anybody in this league. He'll be looking for some help. They made a few ads up front. You saw big Oliver Phillips right there, and obviously Wyatt Stinton went right after Big Phillips. I could tell he was Stinton's a Flin Flon boy. Go after the biggest dog in the fight right there. Big heart there for Stinton. But hey, you know what? I think the Broncos will be just fine. Braden Klamosko knows how to win. Everybody has ebbs and flows, and this is just an ebb for Humboldt.
It's got a few minutes left here. We'll throw a couple teams, just throw a few teams at you at once, just kind of get a general comment from you. Weyburn looked really good lately, went into a slump. A big win in Melfort here the other night. That will help. Of course, and the defending league champion Mustangs really struggling, have made a bunch of trades here. The two teams in the league final here just a few months ago, both two very strong programs, two very exciting teams from last year. Your thoughts on their play so far?
Yeah, I think Weyburn learned a lot from playing in the finals against Melfort. They tried to get heavier, they tried to get meaner, and I think a part of that is intentional. Part of that is they lost some of their pure skill in Jerome Maharaj and Ethan DK and Max Chakrabarty, who are on the skilled side of things and maybe less on the in-your-face, hard-nosed type side of things. And Cody Mapes has decided to keep getting heavier, and obviously you mentioned it there. They added Will Monroe, who's a heavy, experienced forward, has Western Hockey League games under his belt too, Manitoba League games under his belt with Swan Valley as well. And so the Weyburn Red Wings trying to play in the mold of the Melfort Mustangs a bit last year, just heavy and goals from everywhere and a great decor and a decent goaltending situation to boot with Preston Patnod too. So very interesting in Weyburn. Again, can't ever count them out. And speaking of counting people out, how can you ever count out Trevor Blevins and the Melfort Mustangs? I know it's not gone to plan. Hence is not what the Melfort Mustangs faithful expect or anybody expects. But let me tell you,
340.
You're a 2 or 3 seed, and you see the 6 or 7 seed Melfort Mustangs, if they get into the playoffs, you're not going to be happy with that, are you? Like, can you imagine a Flin Flon Melfort round 1? Like, that is not what the Flin Flon Bombers fan will be signing up for, because Trevor Blevins knows what to do and how to coach, and has a group of guys who've been to Centennial Cups and national championships and league championships. So they just got to sneak into the playoffs, and they'll be a problem. But right now it looks tough, but there's still plenty of way to go for Melfort to turn this around.
Well, and they can win a lot of different ways of winning ugly. I mean, they could grind out 2-1, 3-2 games, and like you said, once he gets, I guess, more people in that want to play. One thing about Trevor that he told me, you either play his way or you don't, and I'm not saying that's why he moved those guys, but it's interesting. Aikens is gone. Monroe, 2 good offensive guys, and maybe they weren't concentrating him up much on defense, but he didn't hesitate to make trades. And the thing is, he's made trades where there's still a lot of season left where his team can continue to get better.
Yeah, I think that's huge, right? I think, and I've talked to Mike Reagan a lot too about this. Like, he would rather make a trade now than at the trade deadline. Like, that is for sure, because the longer a kid is in your system, the longer you get to know him, the more you know what he's made of when push comes to shove. And I don't think Trevor Blevins will make a move just to make a move. He made a good trade there with Kindersley. Bryson Aikens is a terrific hockey player in 06. Big physical centerman, can score as well. He's got second most goals on the Mustangs. He's going to go to Kindersley and be a real force. But
okay, go on.
All righty, thanks to Jamie Newtonbauer there. We a little bit of overtime. Boy, the guy's knowledge just is incredible. Everything he knows so much about every team, and great to catch up with him tonight. We're just underway in the third period. Flin Flon leading this game 3-0. We'll get to the McDonald's out-of-town scoreboard. Of course, the Mustangs in action tonight. Weyburn did lose to LaRange today, and they were second overall. So they did. LaRange did both Flin Flon and Kindersley a favor, who, of course, are all battling for this top spot. 3-0, the Bombers lead it. We're just underway. Here's a steal by Arbery. A chance right off the hop. Arbery walked in, and he ripped it wide, stick side. Well, Reed Arbery having some type of game here tonight. As that puck is sent back at the Flin Flon zone, Bruce there to retrieve the puck. We're just underway in the third period. Arbery comes back to get it. Nice pass and hit Yakubchuk at center. The Bombers on the attack. Here's Yakubchuk back up front to Ulmer. Pass behind him. And Flin Flon continues. The skate hard. Chance in front. Leaves there. And that one hit a stick at the last second out of his direction. Ethan Zotner, good to see him back out there. He'll take off. He's across the Bomber line. Fired that on the side of the net. Held up here by Bruce. Zotner does get it back. It's picked up by Christian out front. That's a good save by Peck off his right shoulder. Ridgway will hold it in to the blue line. Lafleur a chance, and Peck will track it through traffic. He'll make the save and hang on.
Zotner's got great speed, Rob.
Yeah, he took off pretty good there, didn't he?
And Brehout the other way. Just fabulous skaters.
McDonald's out of town scoreboard around the SKHL. Melford trying to get back on the winning side of things. A 3-1 lead on Warman in the third period. We got Melville Battleford 1-1 in the third. Estevan 5-3 final. Humboldt has lost 7 in a row. Here's a steal by Alexander. Breaking in. Oh, Halred is there. He shuts the door. He gets the left pad down. Alexander will get it right back at the Klippers zone again. Boy, he's explosive. Alexander will carry the puck to the blue line. He'll hang on. He fired it wide of the mark. Seitz will pick it up in the corner. Back out front. Blockered away that time, Noah Halred. What a performance he's put on here in these two hockey games. So shot. Knocked it down the blue line. He hangs on. Shoots it through traffic. There's a chance of an earth step by Muka.
No goal.
And Muka thought he put it in, but you're right. O'Halloran able to keep it out. Boy, this might be one of the best goaltending performances next to that Tate Timmerman game I saw in Norman a couple of weeks ago. This is ranking as one of the best performances I've seen. Flin Flon now at 49 shots.
And we've seen some good ones, but I agree with you. O'Halloran made a great save just before that.
On the Alexander break.
Well, just in that, he got pushed into the net where Muka thought he might have got one, but he made a fantastic save there. But that Alexander one was fantastic too. Again, Alexander showing his speed.
Face-off back in the Clippers zone. O'Halloran, what a game for him. Delisle will line up for the face-off here against the Clippers centerman. That's Perlinger, Kobe. Of course, they both play on the same line. Kobe number 18 and Cam number 17. Haven't been as big a factor as against Flin Flon this series we've seen in the past. There's a chance for Delisle. He's got Breholt open. Delisle, he tried to come out front. There's a nice play by the big D-man Loney. Slid across and blocked that. He really used his big frame to his advantage that time. Here comes Perlinger back the other way. Kobe Perlinger, good move, and it gets a quick chance on net. Peck will make the save. Perlinger will skate right to the front of the net. Peck stares him down. So again, the McDonald's out-of-town scoreboard, 7 straight losses for the Humboldt Broncos. They lose again to Estevan 5-3. And
that's crazy.
That's one team that we didn't talk about. I knew to myself, it really showed. Estevan's had a great year. Laurent, we mentioned a 2-1 win on Weyburn earlier today. Melville Battleford once again 1-1 in the third. And Melford a 3-1 lead on Warman, trying to get back on track. An important 2 points for them if they can hang on. 3-0 Flin Flon leads it here. 16:51 to go third period. Egan will go back and pick up the puck inside his own zone. And like I said, a lot of these Clipper D-men are logging a lot of minutes. They've got injuries to 3 defensemen here, including the loss, like you mentioned, of course, the D-man last night in Sharp. So they've had to log a lot of minutes, but so far they've played quite well. You got to wonder as this game looms on if maybe some fatigue sets in. Play inside the Flin Flon zone. But the Bombers will dig it free. They'll play this back to Miskew. He'll take off the center. Here's a pass. Leaves across the line. But it comes back out front that time to Arbery. Partially blocked that time by Dennis. Miskew will hold it in. Backhand pass out front. Hit the whole whack of skates. It comes to the blue line and eventually back to center. Lee sends that pass behind Yakubchuk. He'll pick it up back to the Bomber net. Perlinger will watch him out front. Yakubchuk sends it back to the goal. Here's Miskew. Back to center to Arbery. He loses the handle to Lafleur. Oh, look out. Miskew took a run there. Just missed the Clipper forward Johnson.
That was close to a knee.
Here's Lees. He'll send it in. O'Halloran out of the net. Pass that puck to Lafleur. Lafleur will get that ahead to Evans. Evans, good move across the Bomber line. Throws it out front. There's a chance, and he fat on it, Johnson. Boy, I'll tell you what. If you're the Clipper forward, you have a lead like that right in the front end. You're probably thinking I should have shot it. Beats it out front to Johnson, who's had a very good season for sure, but a great opportunity that comes up empty. They haven't had many in tight. Alexander right back the other way. A short-handed goal early in the opening period, holding up right now. The Bombers do have a little bit of insurance, a 3-0 lead. Ward at the blue line. He ripped this on target off the left arm that time of the goaltender, and here comes Christian down the other way across the Bomber line. Christian to the center of the ice. He scores! Christian over top of the right shoulder of Peck. What a goal by the Clipper captain, Mike, with a lot of time on the clock. And O'Halloran, the big save, picked that off, and finally, the team being able to respond with the great play of their netminder here tonight.
Yeah, and it got that bench excited. The coach telling them, let's get rolling, let's get moving, boys. And they've had a nice start to this third period. Shots are tied 4-4. That was a nice goal.
Christian's 8th of the year, and I think O'Halloran will get an assist on it. At least he should. And that gives them some life here, like you said. And we talked about it, Mike, in the intervention. We're chatting with some of the Clipper players up here as well. They got to get a goal in the first 5 minutes, and they've done that. They're right back in this game at 3-1. And they can thank their goaltender, O'Halloran. Breho will come back the other way. Can Flin Flon respond and try to retake the 3-goal lead? They get the puck in deep. Lodi's got the puck now. Of course, he made that great defensive play moments ago as well. Clippers back on it. Picked up at center ice. Here comes Aikens, the former Mustang. He'll carry it in. Aikens in the corner, lost it back to the nets. Tried to work it back out front. And he couldn't get it out front. Puck will roll back in Clipper territory. Back net, that's picked up here by Egan. Had a guy draped all over him. Here comes Perlinger to center. Loses his stick. Or sorry, he took the stick of the hands of Arbery there. Puck came back to the Flin Flon zone. The Clippers got a little bit of moxie now that they finally got a goal. They come hard. Ulmer can't get the puck out. Knocked away by Perlinger. He'll send it back in. We're down to 13:54 to go in the third. Kindersley on the board. The captain, Christian, has got his 8th of the year. Here's a chance for Lees on a partial break. Picks it up across the line, trying to make a fancy move, and the puck is taken away from him. Puck then lifted off the glass, and big hit in behind the play by Arbery as he ends up hammering the Clippers' Thiessen. Very slow to get back up. The crowd reacted to it. Now Perlinger wants Arbery.
Arbery wants nothing to do with it.
Going to get off the ice here. Perlinger came right over. Play continues. The puck back inside the Clipper zone. There's Ulmer. Trying to come back out front. Alexander races after it. Hidden up along the boards that time by Evan. Puck work free. LaFleur, the Kindersley D-man, has it. Flin Flon now at 50 shots in the game. 13:05 remaining. 3-1. Flin Flon in front. A big goal by the Clippers to open things up in the third. Here comes Ridgway, the D-man. Arbery's stick is still laying out there. Alexander fights to get it back to center. Here's Leo Sight. Dropped it back for Alexander. Shot kicked away by O'Halloran. Sight will get the puck. Back to the net this time. Grabbed by Alexander again. Pinned up along the boards. It's really picked up the physical play here in this third period. Ryder Muka. Left point. Flin Flon holds it in. Mounier's shot gets blocked. When the Bombers is down, there's going to be a penalty against the Clippers. Alexander goes down with a cross-check. And that's a bad time to take a penalty. Kindersley finally starting to get some momentum, and they take a bad penalty in the offense or in their own zone.
Yeah, you know, you got to give credit to Reed Arbery. Now's not the time. Perlinger wanted to go with him, and he just skated with Perlinger in his ear all the way to the bench. But yeah, I didn't see. Did you see that, Rob? I didn't see the.
No, I fall on the puck.
Yeah, there's been a lot of penalties the last 2 games behind the play. We miss them because the puck's gone down to the other end.
Kurt Lawrence is our Pepsi power play contestant. Gets his products at Walmart. Big chance here for the Bombers. 0 for 3 tonight. They get a chance on the doorstep by Sight, and he gets stoned again. Boy, O'Halloran has had his number. He's had a lot of people's number, but Sight in particular. Big glove save there. Another face-off back to the Clipper zone. Bomber power play ranked 4th coming into tonight. The Clipper penalty kill ranked 5th, and they killed the first 3 Bomber power plays. Then at 57 remaining in this one, the Bombers win the face-off cleanly, and they'll get it back to Fashawn. There's Delisle back up on Lees. He scores! Ripped it home. Low blocker side. And Joey Lee's fantastic season continues. 8th power play goal of the year. And his 16th of the season. And right there is showing you why Joey Lees has become a premier player in this league.
Yeah, what a just a great power play goal there, and Lee's on the spot with a great shot.
Boy, we got a misconduct being handed out to Kindersley here about something.
Well,
somebody said something from the bench. They've taken a penalty. Wheeler makes his way to the bench. He said something on the bench, or somebody did. He's gone to serve the penalty.
Yeah.
Lee's at 16th in the season, a power play marker. Congratulations to Kurt Lawrence, who is the Pepsi power play winner. And what a great year for Joey Lees, who might have a chance to play for that Viking Cup team. We talked about all the players that were selected here for Team West. There's also a Viking Cup team that's going to be getting a chance to compete as well. And Lees might get an opportunity there. Lees gets the goal, the crowd cheers, and the puck will come back to center. Here's a partial break for Flapp. If he gets behind the knee, works on it, gets a good chance, and fired on target. The save made here by Peck, and now we got a whole rack of stuff happening behind the net. It's starting to get a little bit ugly here, Mike Slip.
Yeah, Mounier finished that off, check off on plate, and the Clippers came to his aid like they should.
11:56 to go in the period, and boy, that's a big goal for Flin Flon to answer the Kindersley goal.
You can just feel the tension here, though. The frustration of the Clippers, and there's a lot of chirping between benches. And
of course, Flin Flon back on the power play here because Kindersley took that unsportsmanlike for the bench, so they're right back on the power play here for the 5th time. Another Pepsi power play contestant, Al Church is our Pepsi contestant tonight. Al gets his products at the Gateway. Good luck to him. Power play for Flin Flon number 5. They're 1 for 4. Lees has got the power play marker off the face-off, short-handed. Looked over top of that time by Christian, who's got the Kindersley goal. Bombers will get right back to it. They'll send the puck down the ice. LaFleur, the Clipper D-man, is back. Beats that to Ridgway. Had a guy on him right away, and he got rid of it just in time. LaFleur up the boards. Johnson comes back. He picks it up in his own zone. Flip the puck back to LaFleur. Ridgway gets it. Just gets rid of it. Gets it back to center before he gets up. Penalty coming up against Flin Flon. As the D-man got knocked out of behind the play, a tripping call going to be called here.
Ulmer.
You're right. Ulmer will be the guilty party. That will negate the Bomber power play. They're 1 for 5 and will be 4 on 4 here. They took the Bomber penalty right off there, but it will be 4 on 4 here for about a minute roughly. We'll have to wait for that time to go back up there.
Should mention that Wyatt Stinton has been injured and probably won't return to this game.
Hopefully he's all right. Like I said, he's got a big opportunity coming up here.
Yeah.
So the Bomber penalty, did it expire already? It looks like it has. So Kindersley's got the power play right now. And Flin Flon will set the length of the ice. I thought there was still time up on the board, but I guess it ran out. There's 2 guys down there still. You know, the Clipper player is still in there. This is it. Maybe that was it wasn't a double minor. They've only got 2 minutes up on the board. This is interesting to me. Anyway, the Clippers have the puck at the blue line, a chance to get back and try to make it a 2-goal game again. Top of the circle, drilled on target. Good shot that time by Herchuk. And Peck turns that one away. The rebound comes back to Herchuk again at the blue line. Leaves it there for Johnson. This is Evans. Johnson again. Knocked down by Bruce in front of the net. Nice job by Arbery to poke that one to the blue line. The puck will stay in. Racing after it is Jakubchuk. He has it. And down the ice it goes. Look out, it took a funny hop, came back out front. Alexander fanned on it. You talked about that last night, about these funny bounces here. You know, Halloran got caught there. He's lucky that Alexander had to go over top of his sticker. It might have been 5-1.
I really think that the Bombers could use that more to their advantage, those boards.
52 seconds remaining in the Clipper power play. They're down 3 goals, but 10 minutes remaining in the game. Stockner back out, but Perlinger a shot. He ripped it wide, low glove side. Herchuk for the blue line. Look out, that goes over top of the net. I don't know if Peck got cleanly. Flin Flon will get it down the ice. The D-man Egan will step on the ice. He'll pick it up for Kindersley. Drops it back here. This is Sotner. Feeds it to Dennis. He ripped it in. It came right from the Bomber net, but Arbery will grab that. It's backhander set back down the ice. That target O'Halloran the save. 18 seconds remaining in the power play. Martin knocks it down. Gets it back in Clipper territory. Martin will just now send it back to center. Bruce waits for it. Great penalty kill here by Flin Flon. Bruce to center. Will chip it back in. Hagen's got it. Forced back off the plate. Back to 5 aside. Kindersley 0 for 3 tonight. They dump it in for an icing call. That's picked up by Bruce. 9:16 to go. And what a wild one here at the Whitney Forum tonight. Teams exchanging goals to third. We got a media timeout. Good. We'll catch our breaths and come back with what's the final, pretty exciting final 9 minutes of the game. Flin Flon in front 4-1. Big power play goal by Joey Lees here has restored the 3-goal lead on 102.9 CFAR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
Get the power blast through winter at home with Honda residential power generators and snow blowers from RAG 1987 in the PAW. You can save up to $400 on select home backup generators like the Honda Ultra Quiet EU 3000i ES power.
We're about 2 behind. We'll be able to make it up at the end, I think.
Lasting up to 20 hours on 4 liters of fuel. RAG even has tools for the snow, like the Honda 71cm 28-inch wheel drive snowblower, featuring a powerful LED headlight and able to blow snow up to 16 meters away. Get these great deals and more at RAG, located on 2nd Street West. RAG, your exclusive dealer to certified Honda parts in the PAW.
The KFC famous chicken sandwich is such a quality, award-winning product that the commercial really doesn't need a lot of bells and whistles. Sure, we could say it goes great with a
large gravy!
And the Tom Jesh from Intelligence for Your Brain enjoys it. But when you have a triple-breaded buttermilk marinated filet and a fresh potato
10 seconds.
All you gotta do is let people know that the famous chicken sandwich is at KFC. So good. You're on.
And we're back at the Whitney Forum here with 9:15 to go in the third period. A 4-1 Flin Flon lead. Klippers sent the puck back to the Flin Flon zone. They're going to come hard. The 2 Perlingers are out there. They're going to say it was hit with a high stick. Let's update you on the goals. Christie got the Klippers on the board at the early in the third period. That came at the 5:02 mark. First 8, they're going to give Wheeler and Ridgway assists on it. I really thought the goalie should have got it. He made the save and played the puck down the ice. And Joey Lees comes back to the power play. Fights. And Delisle will get the assists on that one. So, been a great weekend for Delisle. 4 points last night, and he's got an assist here tonight as well. A 5-point weekend so far. Still 9 minutes to go. The Florida will track the puck inside the Klippers zone. Flin Flon in front 4-1. Trying to finish this one out against a very determined Kindersley team who found their legs all of a sudden. There's Christian at center. He'll dump it in for Evan. There's a back to blue line. Here's Lafleur. Walked in a chance. That one knocked down in front. Never made it through the pack. Palmer plays it ahead to sight. Knights will take off. Oh, nice pass. Breaking in is Muka and O'Halloran there. Boy, I don't know how he found that opening, but he sure did. What a pass.
Yeah, beautiful saucer pass. Threaded it through and got it to Ryder Muka, and with a good shot, and again, a great save by O'Halloran.
So 8:33 to go. They announced something here. I'm not sure what it was. Well, they're trying to get the fans all cracked up about something. Some big announcement came up. And they're cheering and having a great time. Great crowd here tonight. Got to be 800-900 here easy. Puck set down the ice. Icing is called. I was kind of wondering there. It took a little while for him to blow that.
Yeah, and Devin Peck thought it should have been blown right away.
Came right back in front of the net.
Yeah. You know who was good at that, using those backboards, was Captain Cole Tanchuk, who, by the way, if not already, is about to become an RCMP officer within the next week.
Oh, good for him. Loney off the draw. Down the ice it goes. It's going to roll it on target. Peck will look out! It gets underneath his glove. Whoa, penalty being called here, too.
What are they going to call here, I wonder?
I'm not sure. Got his hand up, though. Quickly out of down, Estevan a 5-3 win over Humboldt. How about the year that Ryland Williams is having? 4 points in that game. So with those 4 points, now second to his teammate Rennie in scoring with 38. What a year he's had, the former Battleford star.
No penalty.
Hey, why do you have his hand up there?
I think just to say that the play was stopped. I don't know. You don't see that often.
Great day for Ryland Williams. Yesterday, that Bruins another big win. They knocked off Humboldt 5-3. And again, the Broncos have 7 straight losses. And you heard Jamie Nugenbauer, some tough injuries on their back end. But they will regroup. Puck is set down the ice. Loney there to get it. The Clifford D-man had Breho on him, got rid of it. That's picked up here by Hertschuck. He gets a stick on it. Now he'll pick it up and start to skate up the ice. Herchuk to center, fanned on it, but got enough of it to at least get it inside the Flin Flon zone. They're going to say that's an ice. Flap will touch it, but icing called. 7:53 remaining in the third period. Bronze, like we said, the big win against Weyburn today, 2-1. Melville Battleford, they're in overtime now. It's 1-1. And Melford looks like they're back on the road to victory. A 4-1 lead on Warman. Still 12 minutes to go, but the Wolverines just don't score a lot of goals.
No. Bryson Hagan's a little shaken up. I think he's okay. Looked like he might have got clipped in around the eye.
Berlinger against Lees, the face-off outside the Bomber blue line. And the Clippers win the draw, and they'll set it back inside the Flin Flon zone. Berlinger can't knock it down, but Hagan does the blue line. We got a body flying in front of the net that time. That was Sockner. Bombers will work it back to center. Great job here by Bowman. Played it back. Arbery a chance, a knuckleball, but O'Halloran's still able to track it. Shots, by the way, in the period are a lot tighter. 10-9 Flin Flon, but 55-23 in the game.
Yeah, this is a far better period for the Kindersley Clippers for sure.
They got their feet moving a little bit.
Yeah, and they were playing physical.
So that's the time, 7.5 minutes to go. The face-off back in the Clippers zone. The left their netminder O'Halloran, who's kept him in this game. They're just trying to get this home run passer. The Clippers are doing the same play over and over. They're just sending the stretch pass up the ice. One point been able to do a good job defending it. They got it again at center. There's a turnover. Faulkner will come back to get it. His side is center. Sends it in on target. The save made by Peck. Biscu takes a high stick here. Penalty coming up. I think one of the Perlingers is going to go for a high stick here.
And then he got him again, I think.
He might be cut. That might be a double minor. He's trying to claim that he is anyway. 4-minute penalty, yep. So Al Church will get a chance on the power play. He didn't get the full 2 minutes last time. So a double minor called here. Great chance for the Bombers to put this one to bed. 7:06 remaining. Double minor being handed out here to the Clippers. Colby Perlinger. 4-minute penalty for high sticking, so good chance for the Bombers here again. They are 1 for 5 in the game, and like we said, the fourth best power play coming in tonight. Bree Ho wins the face-off directly back to Ward. One-timer, fired wide by Arbery, and that might have been one that might have beat the goaltenders with a lot of traffic in front of the net there. I don't think he saw it. Ward will knock it down. He'll hold it in. Now it's slapped away from him. Comes right back out to Arbery. Through traffic, shoots that target.
Oh,
in there.
You have to fight through traffic on that one, I'll tell you, Rob.
It's a good save, though. And you know the one thing we haven't mentioned a lot about O'Halloran, because we've mentioned so many things? How good is rebound? You've never seen him kick a rebound out in front of the net.
Yeah, absolutely. Very rarely.
Big save there.
If at all.
3:42 remaining in the double minor. 6:48 to go in the third period. Martin set for the face-off here. As he lines up. Bombers get tied up in the face-off. Grabbed here by Alexander. He ripped it over top of the net. Puck picked up and set down the ice that time by Flap. Boy, Alexander. Another great opportunity. He's played another good hockey game here. Tonight got that big short-handed goal to open things up, and it's been a force all night. Ward to Campbell's across the line. That one knocked away. It'll come back to center. Arbery will grab it. He'll pick it up at his own blue line. Here's Arbery. Swings that pass back to Martin. Dumps it in. O'Halloran will wander out of the net. He'll play it along the glass. And he'll get the puck out. Oh, no! Ward comes over to keep it in. Good effort. Hagan back to the net. Tied up here by Alexander. Bree Ho and Arbery try to help out. Puck dug free here by Dennis. Puck comes to the line. Just held him. And now it's grabbed. Short-handed opportunity. Cutting it alone here. Here's an opportunity for the Clippers. Oh, racing back. What a play by Martin. Takes that off the stick of Beast. And what a chance for the Clippers short-handed. That would have been a big goal. They would have been able to get that. What an effort by Martin to get back.
He got the stick on the puck. He could have easily tripped him, but he didn't. He got the stick right on that puck. It was fantastic.
That's a great effort by the forward to get back there. Delisle will stick handle inside the Clipper zone. Back to Lees. Already a power play goal tonight. Back out front. Delisle is dead. Save. Rebound is cleared down the ice. 2:18 remaining in the double minor. 5:21 to go in the game. Lees will drop the pass at his blue line. Here comes Maverick Delisle. Headman's at the sights. That's chipped away. Got short-handed again for Christian, who's got the goal. That'll go up into the Bomber bench, so he'll run out of room this time. 5:10 to go, 2:04 to go in the power play. Does Flin Flon get a little antsy here? They give it a short-handed opportunity.
Yeah, the last bit of this, the last minute of this first 2 minutes of the 4-minute power play, they've been a little scrambly.
Flin Flon 1 for 5. This is opportunity number 6.
Well, Halloran's going to sleep well on that bus on the way home. I tell you, 58 shots. He had a lot last night, too.
Maybe they can get to 70 before it's done. I don't know. Yep, 58-24. Terrific game again by the Bombers, who played hard once again. They're going to get the puck right off the face-off. Sight will feed it back to Fashawn, and here's the pass to Lees at center. He's inside the Clipper blue line. In deep here for Ryder Muka. He'll feed it back to the point. To Lyle. Leaves it there for Fashawn. In the corner for Muka. Back to the point again. Fashawn's got it. Nice pass back out front. Here's Sight back door. To Lyle. Gets the blue line just held in here by Fashawn. Fashawn back out front. On target rebound. Lees can't get to it. Muka feeds it back to Fashawn. Here's Delisle, top of the slot, decides to pass it to Sight. Back out front, knocked down. Great play that time by the D-man. That's grabbed by Egan, and it is a high stick for Flin Flon, blown down. 4:25 to go in the game, 1:19 in the power play. Flin Flon at 59 shots.
50-50 at $9,500. Again, a great job by Tanya Benoit and her crew.
Somebody's going to go home happy, and they're not going to care what the score is.
Nope.
Got to 13-10 here in the period for Flin Flon, so Kindersley by far their best period. They only had 14 in the first 2 periods. Have a goal here in the third, like we mentioned. They win the face-off, and they'll bring the puck back to center, try to kill off the last 2 minutes penalty. Loney will dump it in. Ward got a hold of it. He'll take off to center. Ward, nice pass out front. There's a chance by Martin. Got knocked down in front. That'll hit a stick. The puck will roll back at Flin Flon zone. Tech will wait for it. And he'll drop it back to the goal here for Ward. 4 minutes to play. 53 seconds in the double minor penalty. Ward again to center. Back across the Clipper blue line. Back out front. Knocked away. Loney down the ice it goes. Loney might not have the best puck speed, but he plays his position well. Or got the best foot speed, but he plays his position very well. Arbery's got it. 34 seconds remaining in the power play. Arbery, good move. Inside Kindersley territory. Knocked down at the last second. Puck is cleared out. Martin got a stick on it, but he couldn't keep it inside the zone. Miscue at the Bomber blue line will drop it back to Fashawn. Almost tossed it up to Flash. Flash, almost took it again. Miscue back to get it. Just 14 seconds remaining in the power play. Good penalty killing here by Flash, who had that shorthanded breakaway as well earlier. Here's Ulmer. Across the line, tried to use the D-man as a screen. Got blocked here by Egan. Back of the goal. Back out front, they had Bowman there. Bowman couldn't get to it. He'll pick it up back of the goal, back to 5 inside. Look out, Perliger out there. Fashawn collides with him. Here's Sight. Back out front, one timer. And it just goes wide. So the Clippers kill another power play. Flin Flon 1 for 6. Less than 3 minutes to go. In behind the play. Bowman getting into a Dennis here.
That was really a weak call. He tapped him.
It's a slashing call against Bowman, and Kindersley will go to the power play for this the 4th time. If they run out of time, they'll make slip with only 2:49 on the clock.
Yeah.
I think they want to get the goalie out and go 6-on-4. That's what I do.
I would too, actually.
He skated halfway out there. They're kind of looking in his direction. You got nothing to lose at this point, right?
Yeah, that penalty, he did tap him, but there's been a lot more Rodriguez, whatever that word is.
Halloran's looking at the bench here, but it doesn't look like they're going to make the pull. I figured they go 6-on-4.
Why not?
42 to go, but
why not?
He's staying put, at least for now. Clippers have the puck jammed up along the boards. It comes back to blue line. That's grabbed here by Johnson. Puck stolen here. Lees has got a short-handed breakaway. Lees cutting in. Short-handed over top of the net.
That's why not.
I guess he knew what he was doing, right? Here comes Johnson right back the other way to center. He'll stick handle it in. They're offside. And O'Halloran still looking at that bench there. 1:31 remaining in the penalty. 2:20 to go in the game. 59-24 the shot. Boy, both these teams have a lot of good chances. Well, football does have a shorthanded goal, and both these teams have a lot of chances with the penalty kill.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing pulling him is that the Bombers can ice it. I mean, it is 4-1 though. I would pull him if I was coach of the Kindersley Clippers, but I'm not.
5-1, though. If you had that break, but sure you can put it in the empty net.
Yeah.
We'll see what they do. There's still 2 minutes to go. The Clippers get the puck inside the Flin Flon zone. That's Johnson. Leads Kindersley with 5 power play goals of the year. Bruce, a big body check there. He swats his guy away. Puck will come out. Well, Halridge stays in there. He comes out and grabs the puck, and he leaves it here for Ridgway, the D-man. 1:05 to go in the power play. Just under 2 minutes remaining in the third period. Here comes Ridgway to center. Back inside the Flin Flon zone, ripped around the board. Chuck waited for it, and he'll redirect it out. Kindersley can't get much going on this power play at all. Well, Halridge out. Totner comes back to grab it. He's got room, and he'll skate with it to center. Totner inside the Flin Flon zone. Look at this move. Totner gets in. What a great effort. Bad on it the side of the net, but he made a couple really good moves there. Hart will send it back down the ice. There's 30 seconds to go in the power play. 1:18 in the game. Flin Flon in front, 4-1. Looking for their 11th straight victory on home ice. Here comes Ethan Sotner again back inside the Flin Flon zone. His dad, of course, like I said, spent time as a Bomber back in the 96-97 season. After coming over in a trade from Kindersley. Bombers taking off the board, back down the end. Got something behind the play here. They want Vachon now. Another penalty being called here. Kindersley's got the puck. They're taking a 5-on-3 here. They'll finally just give the puck away so they can look out. Now we got Mounier getting into it here with Perlinger. Vachon going to get a spearing penalty here.
Yeah, he did. He got him.
He signaled 4 minutes, too. It was only 46 seconds in the game.
He did. There was something happened where the Kindersley Clipper was buckled over. It looked like it could have been a spear of some sort.
That's what the referee signaled here. 46 seconds remaining in the game. I haven't seen the extra penalty go up there yet. It is a 5-on-3. Clippers hold it at the blue line. Johnson will send that one back out front. Here comes the outgoing penalty. Did you hear how much time it was for?
4 minutes.
It was 4. Oh, there it's up there now. Anyway, 30 seconds remaining in the game. Kindersley's going to run out of time here. Evans across the line. That one knocked away. Johnson will race for it back inside his own zone. 19 seconds to go. Johnson at his blue line. He'll take off the center. Inside the Flin Flon zone. Back to Christian. Try to feather it back out front. Grabbed by Bruce. Hammered off the board. Back down the ice. There's 9 seconds to go. And that might all but do it as Ridgway will pick up the puck back in his own net. And that's going to do it for the game tonight. Another perfect weekend here for Flin Flon as the crowd erupts. Shots for the Bombers. The third period, they wind up with 59. 10 for Kindersley. They wind up with 24. And another impressive weekend for Flin Flon as they beat another good hockey team back-to-back here on home ice.
Yeah, the Bombers, one bad period, Rob. That was the first one of the first game in the 2-game set, and very impressive. And they had to beat a really, really good goaltender.
He faced over 100 shots during 2 games.
Unbelievable.
59 tonight. Lots to get to here at the Whitney Forum. We'll have, of course, the final scoring summary, all our post-game show awards, the Great North post-game report. All coming up for the Whitney Forum momentarily here on 102.9 CFAR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
Clear. Bailey Homes has 15 total in the north, specializing in RTM homes and foundations, and are also proud supporters of our community. They are so thankful to Flin Flon and the surrounding areas for supporting them for all these years. They're always willing to chat with a potential customer to help Bailey Homes show what they can do for our community. Visit bailey-homes.ca to find out how they can help you build the home you are looking for.
Arctic Beverages and Gatorade Water are supporters of all athletes. Whether you are in competitive sports or a weekend walker, skier, or snowshoer, hydration is key. And with Gatorade Water, you get no sugary or salty taste, and its infused electrolytes will keep you going as you're out walking Fido or practicing for the big game. Gatorade Water, crystal clear, electrolyte ready. Distributed locally by Arctic Beverages. Gotta love it.
You feed them, walk them, and love them. And at the end of the day, Creighton Furniture knows you wouldn't trade the fur-covered laundry for anything. Although you could upgrade your washer and dryer with Maytag's Pet Pro laundry system and say goodbye to relying on lint rollers to save the day. You can enjoy fur-free laundry in any style you'd like, whether that's with Maytag's front-load or top-load washer and their dryers, powered by electric or gas. Conquer pet hair like a pro with Maytag at Creighton Furniture and Appliance Center.
Hud Bay is proud to be a sponsor of this Bomber broadcast. From donations for bursaries, hockey schools, clubs, community events, charities, and so much more.
10 seconds.
Hud Bay has supported our community with dedication and generosity, contributing to events and organizations. Hud Bay thanks the people of Flin Flon for their continued support.
You're on.
Tell you what, the place is still a ruckus atmosphere. Unbelievable, boy. Fans in a good mood after the Flin Flon Bombers pick up another victory here tonight by a score of 4-1. Let's take a look at the final scoring summary. Landon Alexander, another great weekend for him. He blasts away with that short-handed goal. He's 6th of the year unassisted to open things up at the 10:50 mark of the opening period. Looked like that might be enough to win this game. They would get some, obviously, some insurance goals. Les Bronze gets credit for his second from Ward. That does stand up as the game winner, 123 early in the second. Ward would come back, kind of the fluky goal, the only real bad goal that I thought that O'Halloran gave up in both games. Behind the net, kind of pulled him back there. He was able to bank it in. His 7th from Delisle and Martin at 7:27. 3-0 Flin Flon after 40 minutes. Kindersley did get back in the game briefly. Tremendous effort by the captain, Christian. Breaking away, beat both Flin Flon Bomber. Demon got in, got a shot over top of the right shoulder at Devin Peck. His 8, as they're going to give assists to Wheeler, as well as to Wheeler will get the 1 assist here. And, of course, I can't read my writing on the second one, so I have to look it up here on the sheet. So the assists, Wheeler and Ridgway. There we go. The D-man got the second assist on that one. Then the Bombers come right back, though, at the 6:40 mark. Joey Lees, what a year he's having. Leads the team now with 7 power play goals and picked up his 16th of the season. Sight to allow the assist as they restore the 3-goal lead and pick up the 4-1 victory. Shot 13-10 Flin Flon in the third. How about Flin Flon 59 on goal here tonight? Kindersley winds up with 24. The Klippers 0 for 4 on the power play. Flin Flon finishing out 1 for 6 with the extra attacker. And that's now 11 straight victories in the Whitney Forum this season. Best home record in the league.
Yeah, how could it not be? Bombers, again, just a great 2 sets, except 5 out of the 6 periods they played fantastic, and tough to beat a team when you get outshot 59-24. So, and it could have been a lot worse, but Brett O'Halloran, he just played unbelievable to even keep the Kindersley Klippers in the game.
Well, the 2 saves that come to mind is the one he got down on Reed Arbery there when he robbed him. And how about the breakaway save he made on Landon Alexander in the third period as well? Could have been another big goal for him, who beat him on the breakaway earlier tonight.
Right, you're absolutely right. And let's not forget last night, that one that we thought might have gone off the post. I did see him make that fantastic save. But there was a bunch of great saves. And I love how he fights through traffic. I love how the Bombers got traffic in front of him after that first period last night. But for the most part, he was able to fight through that, get out there. He's got a great glove hand.
Yeah, it's pretty slick.
It's like lightning. I think the Kindersley Klippers are in good stead with their goaltenders. And the backup goalie, Matis Radek, I think I said that right. If not, I apologize. But he's been playing good, too. The fellas
they're pretty happy with both of them.
Up here said, they're happy with their goaltending. And Hurlingers, you said it, they didn't have the 2 games that we've noticed. them have here.
They were a little bit more edgier tonight. But
Yeah,
the game was kind of
but that's how they play. And again, you hate to play against them, but you'd love to have them on your team.
So we got to take another break, but I'm going to ask you a question before we go to break here today, because there's a big storyline coming in as well. How would you rate Devin Peck's performance tonight?
Very good. The poor guy, 24 shots in that second period. What, 5?
Yeah, he didn't get a shot for like 14
and
or 15 minutes.
he had to make some good saves. He played the puck well, I thought, tonight. It's tough. It's tough being a goaltender on this Bomber team because, there's 3 of them fighting for jobs, and when you don't get that many shots, it's tough, but he did what he needed to do.
Well said. We'll take a break. Mike's got all the post-game show work when we return. Flin Flon a big win, 4-1 the final over Kindersley once again here on 102.9 CFBR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
Clear as you are hustling and, yes, even bustling to cross items off your Christmas list, don't forget to stock up at the North of 53 Co-op. Healthy and tasty blueberries on sale for just $4.99. Stop by the meat department for grain-fed, raised in Western Canada, boneless, skinless chicken breasts for $5.99 a pound, and save 25% off appetizers by switching to Co-op brands. Take a break from filling up what's under the tree and fill what's on your table at the North of 53 Co-op. You're at home there.
Northland Ford proudly supports the Flin Flon Bombers throughout the SJHL season. We know that the Bombers will play tough like the Ford F-150, the toughest truck on the market for over 40 years. Northland Ford helping the community cheer on the Bombers as they work to bring a championship to the best fans in the league, and they provide you with the best selection on their lot. In the North, for the North, Northland Ford, the dealership you tell your friends about.
The KFC famous chicken sandwich is such a quality, award-winning product that the commercial really doesn't need a lot of bells and whistles. Sure, we could say it goes great with a
large gravy!
And the Tom Jesh from Intelligence for Your Brain enjoys it. But when you have a triple-breaded, buttermilk marinated filet on a fresh potato bun, all you gotta do is let people know that the famous chicken sandwich is at KFC. So good. You're on.
And we're back here at the Whitney Forum, getting ready for the Great North Postgame Report. We'll get ready for all the postgame show awards, the KFC 3-star select. Mike Flip still writing stuff down. You ready to go, Mike?
I'm trying. You look at all the crosses out I have here. This is a tough one. I am giving the 3rd star to Brett O'Halloran, who we've talked about a lot, but well-deserved. He played a great 2 games. That
100 shots.
This could have been a blowout if not for him, so he gets our 3rd star. This is where I was struggling. I'm going to give Landon Alexander star number 2. I thought he just is. He's a great skater, as we said, and he's just a bulldog out there. And I'm going to give that to him. And Sam Ward again with the 1st star with a goal and an assist. But there could have been a lot of different ones. Reed Arbery is getting Warrior of the Game tonight. He could have slipped up into those stars. There's a couple other players that...
Leo Seitz had a good game.
Yeah, and Brehot again. And, it's so hard to pick these stars.
Well, and you're right, Mike, because let's backtrack here. I mean, the way that Flin Flon plays, you never really see that many passes.
No, Ulmer, could have been there. Of course, Joey Lees. Ryder Muka had a good game, I thought. Maverick Delisle, he had a goal and assist, I think. And Nathan Mounier played a good game on the back end.
They came really close to getting that first goal here, especially early. Hit that goal post, and he had another good opportunity, and he got robbed there by the net.
Yeah, and it's unfair because I'm just picking names up off the roster, but it was just a great all-around game, a couple of games by the Flin Flon Bombers.
B.Y. Pitt come out of the room. Hopefully he's all right. I guess we'll find out when Mike Wright comes up, kind of his status. Of course, World Junior Challenge, like I said, we'll get rolling in Trois-Rivières, Quebec in about a week's time. One of the 6 SKHL players that were chosen. But anyway, once again, the KFC 3-star selection. Sam Ward, the triple E-man, star number 1. Landon Alexander, we can give both those guys stars every game.
Yeah.
Alexander number 2, and you really can't ignore the fine play of Brett O'Halloran, the Kindersley netminder. as he stopped well over 100 shots in the 2 games, kept the team in it. That's the reason why it was 3-1. That's why they had a chance how good he played again here tonight. Or the game will go with Reed Arbery, but like mentioned, then lots of other guys as well. We'll take one more break. We'll see if the coach joins. We'll run down some scores. Of course, get him coming out to have a chance about watching that hockey tomorrow there, Mike.
I'm going to try to get to that. How could I miss that Northland Ford game tomorrow? I really want to see those Dilly Bars play, though, as they said.
They don't have any with them.
Oh, but they're
good, though.
They're good, and I'm more of a
maybe they did bring some. I don't know.
I'm more of a Buster Bar guy, but yeah, no. If you want to have fun and just watch the grassroots of hockey, come out and watch that tournament. It's so much fun.
And great action both Vortex and Whitmore tomorrow.
That's right. So yeah, I think I'm going to come out watch that 12:45 game with my friends from Northland Ford.
And of course, Northland Ford does a wonderful job sponsoring. How many teams do you guys sponsor again?
I'm not sure. There's quite a few. I should know, and I don't know. But we got the Northland Ford Santa Claus Parade coming up, which is great. We also, Rob, and I should mention this. I think it's the 19th. I'm not sure, for the annual Northland Ford Teddy Bear Class.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, that's right. That'll be coming up.
We'll be starting to advertise that next week. So get your teddy bears ready. It's always fun, Rob, to throw your teddy bear on the ice.
But for a great cause, help out a lot of DD kids here in our area. I see Mike Reagan is finally burnt in the locker room. We'll take one last break, come back with some final thoughts from him. Wrap it up and get ready for the home and home with the Nipawin Hawks next weekend. That should be great hockey once again. Again, a big win for the Bombers. Impressive again tonight. 4-1 the final over Kindersley on 102.9 CFAR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
Clear. Life is a contact sport.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes it hurts, but thanks to Chiropractic on Main, it doesn't have to. Everything about
Bill time with more Dairy Queen treat talk. That's what the people want.
Get into Chiropractic on Main across the post office today. Don't suffer from agony or defeat any longer. Chiropractic on Main. Feel the difference in every step.
It's Black Friday all month long at Great North GM in the Paw. In Dauphin, they used to call Rob Mr. Peanut Buster Parfait. On top of other great deals, like 0% financing on select 2026 models, as well as all 2025 models and 1,500. Whether last spot or a promo or 84 months. Plus, appointments are filling up fast, so book quickly to get your tires changed. Located 212 LaRose Avenue in the Paw. Experience the best November savings because it's always a great day at Great North GM in the Paw.
The Grinch is back for a limited time at your local McDonald's in Flin Flon at the Walmart location. And this time, it's the Grinchiest meal. The Grinchiest meal includes a choice of Big Mac, 10-piece McNuggets, McVeggie, Spicy McVeggie, McChicken, or the Habanero Chicken, along with 2 hash bites, potato bites, a medium fountain drink, and a pair of mismatched Grinch socks, all packed.
Okay, that's the longer one, 20 seconds.
Rewrapped and taped together in true Grinch fashion. And if that wasn't enough, the Grinch also brings a new McNuggets dip cup. It's the sour cream and onion flavored sauce and the salted caramel McFlurry. Once again at your local McDonald's till the end of December, the Walmart location in Flin Flon.
You're on.
All righty, welcome back to Whitney Ford. Mike Reagan has joined us, the Victoria's head coach here, as we get set for the Great North post-game report tonight, Mike. And you talked about the pregame. You wanted a good start from your team, and you got that.
Yeah, we definitely did, Hardy. I think that not out of disrespect for Kindersley, but I think a 4-1 game flatters them.
Their goalie played good again.
He was really good. We missed a lot of really good chances that he was able to stop and just almost pucks that were sitting there that we could blow over the line, and that sort of thing. But heck of a effort by us this weekend. I thought we played 5 terrific periods, and obviously we were flat last night.
Yeah, although they did come out and play a pretty good period against you as well. But I guess, like you said before, we've said many times, on how you start is how you finish.
For sure. Well, I mean, you take a look at where we were a month ago and look where we are now. It was a heck of a month. We're 10-1 in the month, and we just really proud of these guys, the way they dug in over the last month, and I think that it was a good wake-up call for us in October. And since then, obviously, you're going to have ups and downs for sure, but right now the guys are really bought in, and a lot of the things that we're doing in practice we're seeing in the games, and just little details that we really like. And actually, even before the game, we went over video on the penalty kill from last night and talked about little support plays and stuff like that. And you know, Natan makes a nice little chip pass for an easy exit out of the D zone on the kill. As a coach, that makes you really happy when you see that they're paying attention and they're executing those little things. So a lot of growth from this team over the last month.
Devin Peck gets back between the pipes tonight, Mike. I know you're looking for a bounce-back game from him. Didn't have a lot of work, but I guess when he had to make a save, he did.
Yeah, that's not his fault, right? Like, I mean, you can only stop the shots that you face.
Like, in the second period, when did they register their first shot?
Well, I looked at the clock and at the, 6.5, 7 minute mark, and they hadn't had a shot on net to that point. So, obviously, we were playing...
wasn't it 19-0 at one point or something?
Yeah. Well, we looked at in our zone, and it looked like the Zamboni had just got off there. But, again, I don't want it to sound like I'm, not giving Kindersley any credit or anything like that. I think it's more that's how good we were. That's a good hockey team over there, don't get me wrong.
I mean, Mike, after you scored a big goal, he went to center ice, and you're right back down in their end again.
It's just, like I said, we're competing hard, and we're bought in, and we got, I know we're missing, a few players tonight, but Bowman gets in the lineup, and Ulmer's been terrific.
Yeah.
Huddy, these young guys, KJ, and I honestly, I swear to God, I don't care who's in the lineup. That's what I think of this team. And, we got Becker that hasn't played a lot. He's a heck of a defenseman.
Yeah.
Miscue back in there, and, it sucks for Homer and that sort of thing. But we got guys that can play. And as a coach, when you're making the lineup and you have some of the situations that we have right now, you're not worried about it. And that's the credit to the guys, and it's the buy. And if you want to be a part of, and this is the thing that I think a lot of people forget, is you want to be a part of a top end program and a team that's got a chance every year. There's sacrifices you have to make, and sometimes not playing as much as you would on another team, that sucks. But these guys are learning how to be winners, and they're learning how to do things the right way and become better players. And I've had a lot of guys that have been in situations where maybe they're not happy about their ice time and that, and so they want to go somewhere else. And then you talk to them a month later, and they're losing hockey games, and they're like, this isn't very much fun, And I know it's tough on guys, but you want to develop as a player and become, part of that winning culture. There's sacrifices you have to make, and we've got real good buy-in from all the guys. And with Homer getting injured, Becker's going to get more opportunity here going forward next month here, and obviously Miscue as well. And, that's good for them.
How long is Homer going to be out for?
Well, it's a broken finger.
Oh, jeez.
It just got kind of pinched on the boards between the knob of his stick, and it's a small fracture in that. But, I mean, we also don't want to rush him with something like that. He's been really good for us this year, and we want to make sure that he's not going to have problems with that later on down the road. So, and when you got the depth, you make sure that you use that.
Got to ask you, Mike Stitton left the game. What's his progress? What's his prognosis?
He's fine. It actually was a skate that caught him in the cheek, just along the jaw. So he's all stitched up in that, and I mean, he's in fairly good spirits. I guess nobody really wants a cut on their face. I know I've had a few, and it's not fun. And the one that really I remember is Tommy Castonguay had one all down his jaw and up, and it was huge. And that's scary. And it was a skate as well. So anytime the skate comes up like that, it's difficult. It's hard to see, but he's okay, and he's going to be fine for Canada West, and we're really excited that he gets this opportunity. And we wish him all the best.
Absolutely, good for him. I'm glad to hear that he's okay. Quickly, Mike, got the Nipawin Hawks coming up now. That'll be really good hockey again. We talked about, I know it's a long season and we're a long way from playoffs, but the Humboldt series had a playoff field with the Melfort games. This one, you're getting these high-octane games in now. Does that look good? Is that a good thing heading into playoffs with all these high-octane games we already had?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we're going to have some in the second half too, you know.
But lately, every weekend seems like it's been like that.
For sure. We're playing good teams. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. Like, when I looked at this month, and we were at home a little bit more than we were last month, but I was like, look at our opponents. I'm like, holy smokes, it's good for us, and then it says something about what we're accomplishing. We're not just beating, teams that are out of the playoffs or, obviously we beat Melfort there and that, but Melfort's a heck of a team. I still believe they're a good team,
I think they won tonight.
And they're a tough out, and especially when you're playing like a rival like them, teams get up to play when you have that rival.
Well, you're right. You know what? And if they do squeeze in the playoffs, Mike, they won't be an easy out for anybody.
No, I agree with you.
It'll be interesting to see. But Nipawin, home and home, Mike, they've really took it up an octave. They made the trade with Melville since Olsen's been there. They've been even better than they were before. I mean, up front, they're as deadly as anybody. Should be a real good test for home and home in the upcoming weekend.
I agree with you, Hardy. They're a team that can make you pay offensively. I think that they've got a great goaltender. I think their D core is, better.
Maybe underrated a bit.
Better than what they get credit for. And I know that they added a guy from Drumheller not long ago. So I'm assuming that they feel like that's an upgrade for them. But yeah, we're looking forward to it. I mean, right now we're gonna just be happy with this month and obviously this weekend. And the guys deserve a little bit of a break here. Like the nice thing is we only play on the weekends right now, so we can recharge those batteries. And it was a tough month. It was a tough stretch. And so
wasn't it 6 games in 9 days?
In 9 nights, six games in 9 nights, and that wears on you, and that's why you see a couple guys get nicked up right now, right, and that sort of thing. So, great job by them, and I mean, people are very impressed with what they've seen so far. One of your good buddies in California just made a comment about he was pretty impressed with the Bombers there. Our video coach in California there.
He's normally not impressed, is he? It takes a lot to impress him.
Well, Brian Bordas.
Yeah.
So, Bort got a message there afterwards. So that's great to see, Brian, if you're listening here.
Well, I mean, how can you? I mean, again, like well over 100 shots against a quality team.
Yeah, again, Hardy, I mean, there's not much more we can say about the effort and the work ethic of this team. They come to work. We skate well. Like you take a look at Ulmer and Brehut and Bowman can skate too. And when those guys play on their toes and they win a lot of races, and that's about keeping a lot of plays alive for us in the offensive zone. And it's contagious. And then they start doing that, and other guys start following up.
Mike, congratulations. Great weekend. 11-0 at the Whitney Forum. I mean, that's a pretty nice stat. I mean, here we are going into December, and I'm trying to think the last time you lost a game in this building because it wasn't in the preseason. It hasn't been in the regular. So, I mean, it's been quite the run that you've had here at the Whitney Forum. Yeah,
we play good in this building. It's we talk about it all the time. I mean, there's the fans. It's the atmosphere. It's we love this building, and it's exciting.
Exciting weekend, Mike. Congratulations. Another big 2 points for the team.
Yeah, thanks very much, Hardy.
Mike Reagan, the head coach of the Bombers. We'll bring Mike Slip in really quickly and wrap things up here tonight as we take a look at what happened around the SJHL. I mentioned, of course, that afternoon game, a big win for Laurent Ice Wolves did both the Bombers and Klippers a favor because Weyburn, one of the top echelon teams as well. But the Ice Wolves, like anybody can beat anybody in a given night, and they did that today. They beat Weyburn today 2-1. Humboldt, 7 straight losses. Boy, I know that they're going to turn around, but there's got to be some concerns there. They lost to Estevan 5-3. We told you Ryland Williams, a strong game. 4 points for the Bruins. I wonder if Battleford regrets that trade. They should. He's been tremendous there. Battleford did win again, though. They beat Melville in overtime 2-1. And Melfort's a big victory as they knock off Foreman tonight by a score of 6-2. Like we've been mentioning, of course, they got the Mel Pearson tournament all set to get rolling here tomorrow. Lots of great action happening. Games will start at 9:30 in the morning. As for the Flin Flon teams, we have got the Snow Lake Spartans at the 10:45 game, battling Flin Flon McKeans at the Sport Deck. And what else do we have for Flin Flon? Flin Flon Ford Lightning, they're going to be taking on the Steelworkers at 12:15. That one is at the Sport Deck as well. And we should mention the final game, and also on River Final for the Mel Pearson Trophy, the Colts against the Broncos. That'll be 1:30 right here at the Whitney Farm. Any closing comments?
Yeah, a couple things I'm very happy about. The way the Bombers played, of course. Great that Brody Sharp is okay. going to get after last night. It was very scary, to be honest with you. His comment to me was he was disappointed. You talked about playing in the Whitney Forum. He was disappointed that he didn't get to finish the game here. He loves this place, and as they do. The other thing is I got a couple of counselors and I got to meet with Premier Wab Canoe this week. We were able to present him with a Bomber jersey. I have never seen him so excited when he got that. He told me, he said, wow, this is an iconic jersey worn by Bobby Clark and Reggie Leach. He went, put it on. He said, I got to go look at myself and see what I look like in this thing, and we got a picture with him. So the Flin Flon Bomber world is famous, and our Premier is honorary Bomber. Said he's going to come up, and I told him we'll let him drop the puck.
That'd be wonderful. He has been to a game here in the past. I've had him up on the air here in this booth. It'd be great to have him back up here again. Anyway, Mike, thank you very much for your help on both nights here on Flow. Of course, you're on the radio tonight.
Yeah, thank you, Rob. Always a pleasure.
All righty, so that's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. For color commentator Mike Flip, we want to thank, of course, Mike Reagan as well as Kyle Schneider for their comments before and after the game. Lots of interviews tonight, as with Jared Miskey was our Creighton Pizza player profile. Great to catch up with the terrific Clipper defenseman. They know they really missed not having Russ Demo out there. Very, very close to coming back. A big thanks to him for joining us as well. And, of course, Jamie Nugenbauer. On the behalf of the SDHL office, always great. You want to know what's happening in the league? He knows it more than anybody else. A great interview. Thanks, Jamie, for joining us at the second intermission. And, of course, Raphael Sray, our operator-in-chief, back at CF Air Control. The Bombers, another impressive weekend. 2 more wins. They're 17-7-1, 35 points, first overall, and a perfect 11-0 at the Whitney Forum. But we'll get tested this upcoming weekend. They take on the Nipawin Hawks. They're right behind them with 31 points. And I'll tell you what, going to be great at the Cage on Friday, back here for the rematch on Saturday. Both games right here on 102.9 CFAR, FlinFlonOnline.com. Good night. Hope to see you back here for the Mel Pearson tournament tomorrow, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.
102.9 CFAR thanks you for being a part of tonight's